It's the Craig Shoemaker Show with Craig Shoemaker, Sarah Sweet, and Joel Geist.
You're listening to Craig Shoemaker, America.
Who did this to you? Kira Sultanovich is our guest.
You are the love master. But don't you have like 17 kids?
I have another one on the way.
Stop it.
I swear to God,
Dude,
a girl.
you need to pull out. We get it. You're fertile.
We have Eric Griffin is here. I'm glad you're here. Why don't you co-host every week? Male co-host.
First of all, I'm looking around, and I need to call the NAACP about this. Got a lot of people in the room here. You know what I mean? No, this is honky central right now.
No. We're going to get to that. It's Katie Seagal. You're going to be on a show that I absolutely love. And am I allowed to say it? Are you allowed to say it?
Yeah, which show?
She's got so many of them.
Frangela, they're coming in. Why do you think you should be on The Price is Right? Play the Asian thing. If she goes, it's called Price is Light. I swear to God, we're a winner. I think I have created a person who would be chosen.
You're dangerously close to me telling you, Francis, to go to the Price is Right with like a bone in your nose. You know.
Hey, hi, who's this?
Hey, this is John Resnick.
From the Goo Goo Dolls.
From the Goo Goo Dolls, yes.
Everything he sings sounds amazing.
Can you sing Mary Had a Little Lamb?
Mary had a little lamb.
Wherever I am, there is joy and laughter. Yay. No?
Yeah. Make sure to visit our website, CraigShoemakerShow.com.
Hi, what a show we have in store for you today.
Right.
We have a lot going on, so let's get to it, shall we?
Hey, yes.
Joel Geist, Sarah Sweet.
Yo.
Ready to play Laughing at the Stars?
Oh.
Here we go. First
Okay, wait,
question.
wait,
No,
I
I'm
wanna
just
know
kidding.
I want
Just
to know
kidding.
how much money we get for each answer. before we
Well,
jump into that.
let's make it $5 a correct answer.
Okay.
All right. Should we just start right into it?
Okay.
And then we'll get into our day and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I want to do a new segment called Only in Hollywood.
What's that? What would that
It's
be?
basically like we are here out of Hollywood at the Universal Studios, and we have lives that are, you could just say, only in Hollywood. We need some sort of a sound, like a little music bed behind it. Only in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I used to keep a journal that was entitled "Only in L.A." And it was like when I first moved here, like the shit that you see.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I want to see that journal. Can you bring that to us?
I will. Yeah.
And, bring that next week. I just want you to read from the journal. It might be a little personal, but
No. It was
but that's
just-
how we roll
yeah,
here.
no.
Only in Hollywood would I come to work and park in the Jurassic Park parking lot and then go through Gilligan's Island Way and end up at the Bates Motel gift shop, and then I'm here at the John Lovitz Comedy Club. Okay? I mean, only in Hollywood would you find this to be the case. Who else goes to work?
Yeah.
And, and parks in Frankenstein or Jurassic Park. I mean, not many people do that, so that's an only in Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's right.
Only in Hollywood would I hang out yesterday with a man that changed the face of history.
Bob Woodward.
No, it's not. And watch the comments. Do we have to shut him up now,
Yeah,
too?
no, you don't have a
Neil
mic.
Boble is stopping in. You don't have a microphone. So the two of you, I'm going to tell you right now, just laugh. I'm just going to put it down. Just laugh, because that people can deal with, not a voice that comes out of nowhere that they don't even know what you're saying or why you're saying or who you are.
And can
So
barely hear.
we'll start off with that. So yes, I met a guy yesterday, and by the way, this was supposed to be a trivia question, not like, do you think you're going to win a washer and a dryer from yelling it out? And I know it.
Higher.
So, did I tell you, by the way, that my wife, I watched her on The Price is Right. I could not have laughed harder in my life than watching her on The Price is Right, trying to be excited. This is so not vibrationally with her, my little hippy-dippy wife. So anyway, I met a guy yesterday. Now, you already know the answer, so I'm going to go to Joel. Name something, an event in history, in American history, I'll give you that clue, that basically changed an entire landscape
In the last 50 years.
In the last 50 years.
I was going to say the railroad.
You're going to wow, Joel.
That's a
You're
good
going
one.
railroad?
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. But that wasn't an event. There wasn't like one day they got a rail and a Chinaman and
One day
said,
they
"Here we go.
finished.
Now there's a rail." That was a long time
True.
developing. But they
Okay.
used the Chinese, and you know about
Yeah,
that, right?
slave labor.
And yes, slave labor. I've been working on the railroad. I always wonder if I should sing that song to my kids.
Working on the rail.
But I wonder if it's like a racist song.
Let's see, live long day.
Day, I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Don't you hear the whistle blowing?
Rise up so early in the morn.
Okay, here's the part.
Can't you hear the captain shouting, Chinaman?
No, I think there's a black thing in there. Dinah, blow.
Won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow?
Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Dinah, won't you blow your horn?
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah.
That's it. Someone's in the kitchen with
I
Dinah.
know.
That's the part I thought was racist. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. No, maybe
Why?
that's
Because
not it.
he's like a
There's
little bit-
somewhere. Maybe it's a gay thing. I don't know. Is there something going on? Who's in the kitchen with?
Blowing on the old band. No.
No, yeah.
Strumming on the old
And
banjo.
strumming on the old banjo. Now that's got to be. Come on, there's something
Singing
about that.
fee-fi,
Isn't that like a black
fiddly-i-o.
dude on the banjo? There's
Yeah,
some
but they're
damn
good at
song.
that,
I'm
right?
wondering if it's fee fi fiddly fee fi fiddly
fiddly-i-o.
fee fi fiddly I-O, strumming the old banjo.
Pick that cotton. No, it's nothing like that.
There's something in there.
I don't think so.
Maybe it's the wrong song. Someone, if we were live, by the way, we're not live, apologize. Internet went down, okay?
Yeah.
This is why I say write things on paper and call me.
Right.
Okay? This is one of the reasons, okay? Call me, write things on paper, all right? It's one of my frustrations. I was going to bring it up today, but I'm trying to be happy. I'm very upset with your generation right now. I'll get back to it, okay? I'll get back to it. But resentments are the actual... that's the actual dirt that you form creative comedy in. Okay, that's the soil that you work from. It has to be resentment-filled soil. I have a lot of them, and one of them is young people right now. These days, that's what I'm really. Well, anyway, so this guy
not
changed
the
the face of
railroad.
history, not the railroad, Joel. But thank you for bringing
The
that
last
up.
50
You went
years.
way back. Okay, well, 50 years.
Shoot.
Life change year, like a whoa, like a
Facebook.
almost a where were you when?
What's his name?
What's his name?
Zuckerberg.
No Zuckerberg. No. See, that's the kids today. That's what
I
they
went
get.
too
And you
old
would go
and too
9/11, or you would do what it is. This is
I
back
have
a
you
little
know,
ways.
Though, I'm
Don't-
younger than him, and I got it.
You did get on the first guess. Okay.
Really?
Really?
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Scandal. Change the whole schmaghetti.
Bill Clinton.
Close. Back further.
Further back.
All right. Never
I'm
mind.
bad at this.
Watergate.
Yeah, I don't
better
know
turn
anyone's
that
names
off.
involved with that.
No, somebody's phone is on.
Watergate. Are you kidding?
No.
Watergate.
Nixon?
You don't know
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I mean, come on.
Okay.
You ain't
Yeah.
got to be kidding me.
You met Nixon?
No, I didn't. Nixon was my first impression, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you just had to do. Everybody just.
Yeah.
There's impressionists, and they used to be
just
on
did the
television a
two
lot, and you
fingers.
just do the two peace signs. Yes, I could teach you how to do it.
I am not a crook.
Good, Joel.
Pretty good.
For those of you not watching, that was Joel, not Nixon or me.
I think that was my first impression.
on now.
Everything. I used to do you didn't know this about me. There's a business that I was in where I did recordings for people on their answering machines as different celebrities. Okay, I did it
awesome.
celebrities. So I would say, make sure you leave a message on the recording. I can't say that word. Because
Oh
could
my
say
God.
tape.
Will you do that for me?
You don't want me to do Nixon, do you?
No,
You want me to be a
something-
little more hip?
I don't know.
I can do Matthew McConaughey.
Do it.
yeah.
Let's see it.
Call little Sarah over here. Give her a call. Okay, that was Matthew McConaughey.
Do
she's
Barry Fife or Barney Fife.
Barney Fife.
I mean, just because I want to test a couple of options. See which one I'd want on my voicemail.
you got to pay for this.
How much?
I just gave.
I got a wooden
it's
nickel.
It's like he's really that literally has a wooden nickel.
I do.
Don't bite into any wooden nickels. That was the old expression. I have no idea what that meant. But anyway, yeah,
It's not
I
bite into wooden
I
nickels.
thought it was.
Don't accept any wooden
Don't
nickels.
accept
No.
any wooden nickels. I
Yeah.
thought it was bite.
No.
No.
Maybe someone was trying to punk me back when I was a kid and I was starting to bite some nickels. So yeah, I could do some impressions
What
for
would
you on your
Barney
machine.
Fife sound like on
Oh,
my
would you
voicemail?
stop?
I'm serious.
Did I tell you my kids are watching it now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm loving it.
Watching Andy Griffith?
They're watching the Andy Griffith Show, and all three are doing the impression of him talking about The Rock. I didn't talk about this last week.
You've talked about it.
But he does a speech when they get these criminals. They capture criminals in Mayberry and they put them in and he calls it. He goes, "Here at The Rock, we have 2 rules. Number 1, obey all rules. rolls. So I got the kids doing this.
Yeah.
And I'm so loving it that the kids are doing that. And they're really digging it.
Are they good at it?
Oh, they're really good at it. I have to bring him in here.
Oh my God, I want him on my voicemail.
You want Barney Fife on
Yeah.
your, you want Barney Fife, Don Knotts in your voicemail,
Yeah.
of which 3/4 of the people calling you, you'd have to explain who it is.
I love
It
it.
doesn't matter anyway?
No.
All right, so
I've
let's
got
see.
2.
Yeah, there are 2 rules here on Sarah's voicemail. Number 1, obey all rules. Number 2, do not forget to leave your number and the purpose of your phone call, for it is difficult to discern who wants what.
I love it. I want it.
So that's what I should do for you?
Yes.
I'm going to, you know what? There are many businesses that I'm exploring right now because I'm getting out of stand-up comedy. And maybe that will be, I'll do people's voicemails.
It's a great one.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What, a buck? Pay a buck a piece?
I'd
Is that
give
what,
a buck
what do you
for
get
that.
these days? Back then I was getting some big bucks for
Do you have
that.
to pay the real guy? Is there royalties when you do something
No. I've done some impressions of people, and you know, I told you I looped him in Pleasantville.
Yeah.
Half the movie
Yeah.
is actually my voice.
like that?
But you know,
So it wouldn't just be Barney Fife. It'd be the second Barney Fife. Like you're the legitimately second Barney Fife.
well, yeah, or Don Knotts, so, you know, because he was
Well,
not only
Don
Barney
Knotts,
Fife.
right.
Remember, he was Mr. Limpid.
Yeah.
He was Mr. Furley from Three's Company. But I digress.
Yeah.
From this right here, go ahead, Joel. Give me a little speech. Actually, there was a movie. My friend, we should have him on. He played Nixon in a movie called Nixon.
The
Yeah,
recent one?
yeah, Frank Langella. He's nominated for an Oscar. He is a really great actor, Frank. I don't know if you know who he is.
I have to look it up.
Yeah, he and I have been friends for a long time. A really incredible actor, and he played Nixon. He immersed himself in that role, and then John Cusack played him recently
Right.
in The Butler,
Oh yeah, that's right.
which Eisenhower was played by Robin Williams. So it was really, The Butler was
seen
great.
this one.
Yeah, Robin Williams plays Dwight D. Eisenhower,
That's awesome.
and then it goes to LBJ was played by Liev Schreiber. And then it goes to Nixon was John Cusack. They skipped
Oh,
over
J-
Carter. They actually used
Who's
the Carter
JFK?
footage.
Marsden, right? Jimmy Marsden.
Exactly.
James
Very
Marsden?
good. Yes. So JFK
I
was.
babysat for him.
No way.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Wow. What was that like?
He's
Was
the
it enchanting?
Him or
Oh,
his
he's
kids?
so for him. For his kids.
I thought you meant when he was little.
No, for his children.
Yeah, because he's around a little
he's
older than
dreamy
you, right?
and is the nicest guy.
Yeah, he looks like
Nicest.
that. He's
And
one
his-
of those guys. There should be a law. That's another segment I want to do. There should be a law that you can't be
look that
really good looking
And
and
nice.
really successful and have a lot of money and be nice. You
And
can't
he-
have
like,
all
his
those.
wife
It's just
is so beautiful, but she's quirky and fun.
so he has that too.
Yeah.
Throw that in there. Come on, there's
Yeah.
something in there. Does he come from? And also, here's another one to throw in there. There should be a law. You can't also come from a good past.
I don't think his
Did he have a
family
good-
was
did he have
that
a good
solid.
They weren't
No.
that solid.
No, I met his
I want to hear
sister.
some crack.
I don't know, but I met his
I gotta
sister
have
and she
that.
seemed a little off and
Yeah?
whatever.
Okay,
like so, like
good.
did not look as beautiful as he does. Like,
Yes.
it's just,
Yeah, you gotta have the brother or the sister that's really, really out there that you try to hide. Actually, speaking of Jimmy Carter, had that. He had
He did?
Billy Carter.
Who
That
is
they
Billy?
his brother, and they tried to hide him. I mean, it was like it, but it was like a Bubba. He was like a Bubba. He's there. You ain't hiding me. I'm gonna come with my own beer. I still have a can. It's called Billy Beer. He came out with his own beer.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, he was a drunk. He was a drunk and like a redneck and like beyond Duck Dynasty. This guy was like make Duck Dynasty look like executives on the board in New York on Wall Street. That's what this guy was like. He's one of these guys here. You can have a Billy Bear.
Oh,
And I was going, I'm getting that, and I collected it, and I held on to it for a while. So then I tried to sell it. I should have gone to Pawn Stars on this one. But
Pawn Stars.
yeah, Pawn Stars. You
Yeah.
go in, you have these things that you think are going to make you a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing about collectibles. I don't know how many collectibles you have, but I have loads of them that I think have some value.
Going like
I
ET
am
Roadshow.
I am not exaggerating. This pen that I stole from the bank yesterday has more value than my Billy Beer.
Probably.
So it was such a disappointment. Oh, it was like being on The Price is Right. You make the stage, come on down. You actually make it past contestants row. You get up there, you spin the wheel. Wah, 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 wah. Sorry, you're going home with nothing but rice-a-roni. And I have this Billy beer, so I saved it for years. I'm going, the more years that go by, it'll be an antiquity.
Sure.
But what you find out is no one cares to the point of you both said, who the hell is Billy Carter and what are you talking about? That's why it has no value.
Yeah.
So, and it wasn't like Carter was like Lincoln. He only lasted one.
Too bad.
I was going to say one semester.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
but
I like Jimmy Carter.
Yeah. He was another one of my first impressions.
So how did that go?
Well, I used to do my first time on stage. Have I ever talked about this? My first time on stage, I brought a guitar because this buddy of mine said, "Can you play between sets of our band?" I go, "Yeah, sure." I had never done comedy in my life. I mean, it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was 108 degrees on the thermometer.
Oh, my God.
In West Philadelphia, Sandy Supper Club it was called. And it was 108 degrees. And it was all completely black audience except for my 6 friends that looked very much not in place.
Yeah.
And it was like a jazz club, like a supper club. And black entertainment is completely different. I'm sure you're aware of this. The jazz clubs, it's just different than white entertainment.
They like different things.
It's a whole different style, including a full-on meal at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at 108 degrees. Full on. They're grubbing away. Have you ever talked to anybody white that goes to a supper club? First of all, is anything called a supper club at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it's completely filled, waiting for music? Anybody?
Maybe in Florida.
No, there's no, to get an early bird special, and they have walkers and blue hair.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about those white people. I'm talking about they're watching their kid in soccer or whatever it is. But no, this is filled with an entirely African-American audience and my 6 to 8 white people that I brought with me for my first debut in comedy. And I brought up a guitar on stage.
Do you play the guitar?
No, I don't really play, but I was learning at the George Britton Studios.
Oh.
Hey. I could thumb, strum, strum, thumb, strum, strum, thumb, strum, strum, down in the valley, thumb, strum, strum, Kneel, hang your head over, hear the wind blow. This I might bring in for your harmonizing. I like that.
You could do this at the living room show on Friday night.
Really? I'm doing your living room show on Friday. I'm very excited about that. And I'm trying to develop what I'm going to do that won't be stand-up at your living room show.
Woo!
But I'm very excited about it. I'm going to do a whole thing about my perspective on life. My first fathers in life were father figures because I didn't have a father, so they had to be on television. And it was the father from Bye Bye Birdie, and he was the center square. Paul Lynde was a father figure, and then Mike Brady from the Brady Bunch was a father figure. And all my father's figures, turns out, they're all gay. So I ended up loving musicals. So anyway, that's what we're talking about in the show. So Sandy Supper Club I brought up, and I did know the John Denver handbook. You know who John Denver is?
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain High and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Neil annoying you? Okay. I would strum. He wrote. I don't know if you knew this. He wrote "Leaving on a Jet Plane," which was Peter, Paul, and Mary made it famous, but John Denver wrote it, so it was out of that. So I did celebrities singing "Leaving on a Jet Plane." That was my first act. I've never talked about this. I should bring it. I wish someone had a guitar because I still know it. I still know the chords because they're simple chords. Yeah. And then I would do, I would do Nixon. All my tapes are packed and I'm ready to go. I'm standing here on the date. and then I'd do Jimmy Carter. I'm flying away on the Peanut One. He was in a peanut farmer, and he had a plane called the Peanut One.
Peanut One.
It was called the Peanut One. So I said, "Yeah, everyone wonders why I smile all the time. Everyone wonders why I smile because I'm wearing chinchilla shorts." I don't know what the hell I said, but I would do. Everything was Leaving on a Jet Plane, Elmer Fudd. All my bags are packed and I'm ready to go. I'm standing in the airport. Nobody's here for me. Be very quiet when going through security. So that was what I did. I did everything was just leaving on a jet plane.
Courageous guy.
I was breaking barriers.
Yeah, you sure were.
Hey, look, I'm a guy that doesn't play guitar playing guitar. That's
amazing.
a risk.
That is
Okay.
a big. All of us.
I'm a regular Andy Kaufman over here. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was my first time on the stage. Maybe I'll bring that back this weekend. Maybe it goes full circle. The career goes full circle.
Yeah.
Because I was in high school at the time.
Yeah.
Working in a law firm, and the guy at the law firm, Jim Mardinley, who's now my Facebook friend. I found the guy.
Yeah.
He was the guy that asked me to perform, and I've never looked back. It became the career. Until today. Until today, then I'm done.
Dancing with the stars.
No, this is called Laughing at the Stars. Laughing at the Stars. First of all, we'll start off with Let Me Hear. Oh, by the way, we are performing. We're going to do a live. I've never done this before. I don't even know how to do it.
Yeah, it sounds
We're going
like
to do
another risky thing.
I don't even know what camera to look into. We will be doing our show, okay? You see, this is Sarah Sweet, the talented Sarah Sweet, the talented Joel Geist, who's kind of a closeted comedian. Because most of you don't hear about his comedy career. But you're about to see it this weekend at the John Lovitz Comedy Club, which is where we are right now, Universal City Walk. And guess what I'm going to do to you? I'm going to offer this to you if you're listening.
They're not, though, because it's not live.
It's not live, but they
are
are
live.
whenever you are listening or
We
watching.
got it back up. We're live, actually.
Oh, shit.
We're back up?
Yeah, Time Warner finally fixed it. We're live.
How long ago was that?
8 minutes after we started.
8 minutes after we started. So that was 8 minutes ago. Nobody.
We've been live for 15 minutes.
Nobody bothers.
So the people watching live,
How about
when
a
we
little
said
note?
we weren't live, were very confused.
Remember passing notes when you were a kid? How about we go old school and go passing notes? This is why I don't like anything about this society. I'll get back to it. But why couldn't you put a freaking note up to tell me, all right, we're live? Well, I'm going to tell you that did somebody tweet it? Did somebody tweet it?
Now that we know.
Looks like you hit with a stun gun over here.
Zing.
So somebody put it up on all my Facebooks and Twitters and all that. But somebody tell Angie, everybody get this up so people can join us live now, okay?
Everyone listening, tell everyone else.
So.
All right, so this Saturday we will be, after we do this Sarah Living Room show, we will be on the stage here doing this show, and then, like a talk show, I'll say, Joel, go take the stage and do your...
Are you going to heckle us?
No, of course not. Have you ever noticed, seriously, let's turn the cameras off and the mics off.
No.
Sarah, have you ever noticed, seriously, how supportive I am of you and of comedy, period, but of you? Okay. I would never do that. Okay. So
I also know
now we're back
that,
to me
like,
being
one of the
sarcastic
first
and funny.
days
Yeah,
that
I'm going to
we
rip on
talked-
you. I'm going to rip your ass.
One
What's
of the
that?
first days we talked, you were like, you like teasing, you like to be teased, right? Like, I like to tease. And I feel like most of your, like, you could be like, if you heckled, it would be like, I'm just teasing.
I could do that, but I did tell you when I said that speech, remember I said I have an intuitive sense of who can be teased and they're on a list? Mm-hmm. There's the can be teased. There's the not so sure, but usually I don't know that list. I usually am pretty firm on can be teased and leave them alone because they're too sensitive. Sarah was in the middle there, maybe wandered over to can be teased, now fully into leave her alone.
Oh, I went back.
Leave her
side.
alone. I let Barry Katz come in here last week and he dealt with you.
Cool.
So I can't. No, I don't bother anymore. I don't bother anymore. It's too sensitive. It's too. We'll get back to it someday, maybe. But when I'm not daddy. Anyways.
You're not daddy.
Brother, uncle, something. So anyway, there's so you will then be introduced
after Joel,
and then you guys can sort of like introduce me and say, here's our guy that we've been working with for 2 years because this is our 2-year anniversary coming up.
Oh.
Okay, so that's why we're doing this special show. Now we invite everybody. Here's what I was about to say: is if you're listening, watching live now, you can ask me. Go to Craig at CraigShoemaker.com, or just dial See, do you see how old school I am? You can dial me up, Craig at CraigShoemaker.com, and say, I want free parking. I'll put you on my special parking list, okay, at Universal. And you can walk around Universal and have a good time. Have great food, by the way, here at the Lovitz.
So now do we sit through your set on the side?
Yeah, you'll sit on the side, and you have to be good laughers now.
That's I was thinking that's a
I don't
want
to see. You can't go. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. Sarah without her iPad and an electronic cigarette. This will be a genius move. If I can actually keep you from both of those, then I know I've killed.
But like you have a long set. It's a long time.
It'll be shorter because you guys are going to take some of it up.
I know. I get worn out in your show. Like I know a lot of people told you that. Like by the end, like if I'm over there, like, it's not because it's not funny anymore. It's because like I'm tired.
Wow. Yeah. You have that much stamina, Joel?
Well,
or
no, you
lack
have
of stamina.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, like
I'm like, what? You're at how old are you? 30? And you're after an hour and 30ty minutes of my show?
No. It's just.
How would you like to be me, being twice your age, and I'm doing that show?
But you hear his face hurts from laughing so much.
Yeah,
he's
by the end
tired.
It's a good thing. Which, by the way, we're going to get to today. We're going to do a laughdation.
Oh, great.
Which I've renamed it from laughidation. I realized that we're going to do it's meditation, so it's laughitation. So we're going to do a laughitation today. I always called it laughdation, but someone said, how do you spell it? And then I realized it's from the word
meditation.
Yes, so we will be doing one of those today. If you're new to the show, you got to check this one out. We're going to do we're going to have to take a break, by the way. Just a little mini break, okay? So we can settle down, figure out if we're on the internet, start tweeting, tell people that we are or not. We'll get Neil to calm it down over here. We're going to regroup, refresh, reboot, and what are we playing for them on the break? Do we have anything where? Oh, I know what we can play for them. How about a little taste of Tommy Davidson, who is going to be our guest? How can I have forgotten that? Yeah. We'll get to that. I just worked with him this past weekend in Denver, your hometown. We did an amazing thing for Wounded Warriors. And he is really a funny dude, and we have some stories to tell. I don't know how far he'll go, but you know me.
Yeah.
No secrets. No secrets. You're only as sick as your secrets, which makes me very well. I'm the only one that didn't have the flu this year. So anyway, we will be doing that. Tommy Davidson will be coming up. We will play some of him, but not right now. We're going to do a live read, okay? I have several things to announce, okay? Should they go and take a break while I do this? Yeah, go ahead.
Talk to them.
Take a break.
Out.
Oh, you want to hang out?
No.
I was just concerned about your stamina, Joel.
Take a break.
I was concerned. I was concerned that was a whole half an hour, Joel.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you make it without a break? Take a beat. Take a deep breath. I'll take this one here. Yeah. You could just react, okay?
Okay. Perfect.
Now, do you guys know what Squarespace is?
Yes.
I thought you said.
Oh yeah, all right. But no, you can go outside and take a break if you want. In other words. I hope Squarespace isn't listening to this part. Okay. Well, they have to know that we're an ad-libby comedy type of show, but we do get serious when it comes to actually hitting the bullet points of what's important about Squarespace, which is very important that they are with us. I have several things to announce with Squarespace. There are, first, our newest sponsor, Squarespace, is going to be in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
One of our sponsors is going to the Super Bowl. Sort of. There'll be a featured commercial during the game, and that's almost bigger than the game.
Yeah.
I've actually, one of my lifelong dreams is be in a commercial that's in the Super Bowl and not tell anyone, and you're at a party.
Yeah.
Make sure it's like a really big party. Make sure you're standing by the screen so that they go, wait a minute, the guy next to the screen looks like the guy in the commercial.
Wearing the same thing.
Yeah, even if I was a turnip, I would have my turnip outfit at the party so everybody goes, there's the turnip is at the party with me.
Yeah.
It's one of my little goals. And also another one, it's kind of a minor one, but when I'm on American Airlines, they play Parks and Recreation, and I'm on it twice, as a recurring character. I want to put the tri-cornered hat on and the knickers and walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
And everybody go, oh, there's Wilson Gromling. I digress. Squarespace will be featured in a commercial during the game. They even made a teaser video, which will premiere exclusively for you, our audience, during our break. Is that true? Is that really going to happen?
Work on it.
We're going to work on it. I'm going out of my mind. Sorry, Squarespace. That was just a little moment that I had. I have to tell you this. Second, they have a new feature to add on their already amazing site. It's called Squarespace Logo. Now, it's easier than ever to create a logo for your latest project.
Oh,
Create a
that's
logo? Are you
helpful.
serious?
Cool.
This is too much that they give you. No, it's not too much. But they are offering it to you. Check out the ones our producer made in a matter of seconds. Bring our attention to the monitor. Is it ready?
Not yet.
No, of course it's not. Okay, we'll do it later in post. Fix it in post. Our new logo, you visit squarespace.com/logo. And now they made this help section even easier. Now we all need a help section, especially me.
Yeah.
From the I remember dittos, okay? You don't even, Joel just gave me a look like a puzzle look. There was something called dittos. I'll get back to it. Jot that down, folks. I'm going to explain dittos to both of these two. Okay, guides and videos have been added to assist you in learning all the tools. You can even search and rate articles within the discussion board, which gives valuable feedback to help improve the overall site. For anything that requires extra attention, their customer care team is there to help you. Anything extra, anything you need. Squarespace, everything you need to make an exceptional Squarespace. Let me do that again. Squarespace, everything you need to make an exceptional website. Fix it in post. But it's there. I'm actually going to do a couple websites through there myself. Now we have an offer for them. If you put in laugh it off /laugh it off, you get a percentage off, and you get a hell of a deal. So go through us. You get 10% off, and they will help you. They have 24/7 support. They'll do your domains, apparently logos, website, the whole deal.
Amazing.
Squarespace. Thank you. Got the music playing. We're back.
We're back.
Upcoming shows to the John Lovitz Vodcast Network.
Welcome to FYI. It's Dimitri Young here with Robert Fick. Hey everybody, welcome to Talking Marijuana.
Hi everybody, Crabman's Rock and Roll Revival featuring Frazier Smith is on the air, in your hair, and going out everywhere around the world.
I'm Gary Garver, live from the John Lovitz Comedy Club.
This is the John Lovitz Vodcast Network.
Hi, John Lovitz here. It's time to put laughter back into your life. Check out the John Lovitz Comedy Club, located in the heart of Universal Studios City Walk, Los Angeles, not Orlando. For tickets, go to thejohnlovitzcomedyclub.com.
You are listening to the John Lovitz Vodcast Network.
Hey, hi. Anybody want to tell us when we're back? Oh, I just love it. I just love. We came from a year and a half over at the Toad Hop Network.
Yeah.
Now we're over here at the John Lovitz Comedy Club. Now I will tell you, for the people that that are concerned about some of the technical glitches, we're working everything out, and it's been. Sometimes we, get concerned about it, but they told us up front when we made the move over here, because Toad Hop sort of is going away and all. So we made the move over here, but we made it too early. So just to let you know, because we're, transparent. We're transparent, let you know what's going on is they're not quite ready here, but we're going to blow this out. Yeah. And this weekend, hopefully, we're going to blow out a a podcast. Angelo, can we do that? Can we do a live podcast from, not a live, but can we do the podcast from the stage? Do you have all that prepared for us? So we can have.
We can easily do that.
We can easily do that. Yeah. I love that word, easily. I'm not hearing from him. We're not ready for you. You can't move in yet. But they told me that ahead of time, so I knew what we were getting into.
Great.
So hopefully everybody's back and on board, and we're having fun, and we're getting. This is going to be an even better Craig Shoemaker show because we have this green screen, these great microphones. We don't have to wear headphones. You're not seeing us in little lipstick cameras.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool. We have a switcher, and we have a great place to do this, and a comedy club which will be performing this weekend. I want to get to a few things. Our new segment, Only in Hollywood, that we're going to develop that one.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Only in Hollywood stories. So I told you I ran into someone that changed the face of the world as we know it, changed politics as we know it. Did you guess it yet?
Bernstein.
Yes, Bernstein. Okay. Carl Bernstein,
I cheated.
the co-author. You cheated because you heard it from. By the way, every week we want to put this out there. Write to us. Go to our Facebook page, which is the Laugh It Off podcast or something like that. And you go find our Facebook page, find our Twitter, Craig Shoe Show, I think it is, and ask us if you want to be here. We have a chair over here. It's called Audience of One. And our Audience of One today is Neil. Neil won the contest, and he's over here laughing away. We have to make sure we go over the rules with the Audience of One, okay?
Is that true?
Yeah.
You won that.
Yeah, he was the winner of Audience of One. Sarah, just...
Wow. I didn't know we were doing that. I love it.
Isn't it a great idea, Sarah?
Yeah, it's so great. Fantastic.
So...
Okay, got it.
So Carl Bernstein, and then we ended up talking yesterday for a while. So he'll come up on our show in a few weeks. Carl Bernstein, who wrote, All the President's Men, the movie with Robert Redford. He was played by Dustin Hoffman, and Woodward was played. And we'll talk to him about that as well. But everything now, all scandals have a gate title. That's what Watergate did.
Yeah.
And tell you about my little myopic world that we live in out in Pleasantville. I live in this cul-de-sac-y neighborhood called First Neighborhood and all this kind of stuff. A place called West Lake. I mean, everything's like that. So I said to I'm always trying to educate my kids. And I said, Jared, 9-year-old, I go, Jared, you know what Watergate is? He goes, yeah, it's a street 2 streets away. That's the life we live. And yes, indeed, it's called Watergate.
Yeah.
But, and it was named before Watergate ever happened, the scandal, because these are all gates. There's a bridge gate, a Watergate. Anyway, these are the streets that we live on, so I had to explain to them what Watergate was. And that's why now you have, I think that people are even saying these terms, not realizing it originates from Watergate. Iran Gate, Benghazi Gate, everything's a gate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So any controversy, right now Sarah's staring at me like Sarah-gate. Like there's something in there. There's something in there she's hiding from me. Maybe she just wants to win some money.
Woohoo!
Carl Bernstein also was married to Nora Ephron. I didn't know that, and she passed away though not too long ago. And she wrote a movie that Nicholson played Carl, and Meryl Streep played Streep played Nora Ephron. And
she also wrote Sleepless in Seattle, When Harry Met Sally.
Oh my God, yeah, she's an amazing writer, and he was married. Imagine those two in the same room. So we'll talk to him about that when he comes on. Carl Bernstein.
He was played by Nicholson.
He was played by Nicholson.
Who's the other guy?
No,
Dustin Hoffman.
Actually, yes. In Dustin Hoffman, he was played. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. What a trivia question that is.
Yeah.
Who played me?
Yeah.
What actors have played me? Who could ever do that?
Yeah.
And again, only in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Although he lives in New York, but I did run into him in Hollywood, Beverly Hills yesterday. It was kind of fun getting to know him. Then he called me. It's kind of cool when you get calls from. He says, I resonate with you. I really respond to you. And so I invite him. Oh, he'll be at the show this weekend.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's
coming back.
He's going to come to our show this weekend at the Lovitz. So we're about making you guys some money. So we have sponsors now. We're going to start to make you guys some money. But now this will come out of my pocket, of which I didn't bring cash. So you'll have to hit me up this weekend. Tell me what your total was.
I owe you.
Oh, man,
okay?
That is fun.
Just write some IOUs.
I could draw a little Lincoln. I could draw a little Lincoln and hand you a little Lincoln, but I'm not a very good artist. Or I could hand you...
Draw a little Nixon, because then you could do the fingers. And
I know what I could do.
Because that wouldn't be honest and truthful. I wouldn't trust that would mean he'll give it to us on Saturday. Lincoln, yeah.
How about I give you a penny?
What?
that we can exchange.
Because that has Lincoln on it.
Right.
So Lincoln, somehow, this selfish bastard ended up on 2 currencies. I don't know how that happened.
true.
I mean, really. How about, like, Andrew
What
Johnson?
do you mean you don't know how that happened?
Well, I mean, like, what kind of...
Was it really that important?
He was like a pretty important president.
Well, he was.
Yeah.
Obviously. He did some, free the slaves and all that, abolition. Well, listen, yes, absolutely. But how do you end up on... Wasn't there somebody else also important? And who voted on this? Like, how did Hamilton end up on there? He's currency.
Yeah.
You know anything about Hamilton?
Not a lot.
You remember that
Anybody?
peanut butter commercial?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Who killed
It was a trivia.
Hamilton?
Yeah,
What?
it's who killed George Hamilton. And he couldn't talk
Aaron
because he had
Burr.
peanut butter in his mouth.
Yeah.
He didn't-
Aaron Burr! That's how it was.
The blender?
Oh, because he needed milk because he had peanut butter stuck.
Wait a minute. Can we... I don't even want to retrace this one, but you can listen on your podcast. You can go back and listen that one of our great Americans that ended up on currency, Sarah just said was George Hamilton. Okay? She said that. Okay? Okay? All right? Now, if you want to then go Google George Hamilton and find out how funny that was. Don't even let me tell you how funny it was. Just Google, and you will see a man with a great suntan.
The best tan of all our presidents.
Exactly.
Sorry.
And by the way, Hamilton was not even a president.
No, he wasn't.
Okay? So this is great that we're getting
I didn't
trivia
say
in.
president.
I didn't say that you said, but you did say George Hamilton.
I apologize.
Okay? You don't have to. He just made people laugh. Why would you apologize? I love
It's
you
like
said
one
George.
of those Samuel Jackson things again.
That was one of those.
It's in the Matrix.
One of my favorites was when I was on stage in Sacramento and I said, "Can you name an astronaut?" And so this girl in the front row, so she was young, and I said, "Name an astronaut," because we all knew astronauts growing up. You know all the astronauts, and you guys, your generation doesn't. So I said, "You don't know a lot of things." Oh my God, I'm gonna have a bit about this. So I said to the girl, 19, and she's sitting next to someone who's like 19, 20. I said, "Name an astronaut," and she says, "Armstrong." And then her friend whispered to her, and I said, "Don't whisper. Let her find out the answer herself." And she goes, "I know the answer. It's Lance Armstrong."
Oh, no.
Right? So now the friend goes, "You idiot. I didn't say Lance." Right? So now the second one doubles the funny by going, "I said Louis Armstrong."
Oh.
It's awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it was why sit at home and write comedy?
Yeah.
When you can plant these two in the audience every single night, where they have the argument going, "I didn't say Lance, idiot," and she's calling her an idiot, and it says Louis Armstrong. "I'm walking on the moon, baby." I can put that on your answering machine.
Yeah.
You called Sarah sweet baby.
I love it. Yes, please.
Hello, Sarah. Well, hello. That was one of the songs I used to sing. Each son has a song. Now I have to come up with a new one for Chloe now that I have a daughter.
Yeah.
But each son has a song that they were sung from their birth. The one, whatever came up for me, I look at them, and that's so. Jared's is "Hello, Jared." Hello, Jared. Well, hello, Jared. It's so nice to have you here where you belong.
That's cute.
Yeah, and it's a whole thing, and then he sings along with me eventually. He didn't do that when he was an infant. Let's play Laughing at the Stars, okay? Now, here's where we can really have some laughs of things that you don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and this is for high stakes. This is for $5
for your
a clip.
favorite game show.
Okay?
Laughing at the
tally.
Stars.
Okay, we have the tally over here. They will
Craig
tally
Shoemaker.
our audience of one. Neil will do the tallying. Let me hear your buzzer sound, Joel. Okay. That sounds like they squeezed the balls on a sheep.
It's gonna be whatever comes out. I'm
Okay, all right.
excited.
I think I'll know the difference, but I do enjoy the noises. Okay, Laughing at the Stars. We don't have music for it, but we will get that at some point. Laughing at the Stars.
And now,
Which
for your favorite
celebrity
game show,
chef was paid
Laughing at the Stars.
$100,000 to hang out for one day? You guys ever paid money to hang out with anyone? Oh, you're going to take a guess without
Oh, is that
your favorite game show?
Hey.
What was that?
And now it's time for your favorite game show, Laughing at the Stars.
Oh my God!
With your host, Craig Shoemaker.
That would have been so great if it was actually done on time. Everything's on a delay here.
No, it was done on time.
What?
Unfortunately, I had the audio going into the TriCaster and forgot to have it coming out of the speaker there. So
Oh!
the audience heard it.
So as I was saying, we don't have music.
Sorry.
The music was playing.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's why I
great.
was like, why are you talking over the intro to this?
You were saying that to yourself?
Yeah, like, why are you not noticing this?
All right, Angelo. Well, so we got it in twice. We actually have a theme song. My God.
Laughing with
We are
the
turning into a
stars.
professional unit now that we came over here to the Lovitz
Did
Club.
you-
Oh, you're seeing the
I
answers?
didn't. I could have. I didn't.
I don't believe you. Okay. We have the answers right. Oh, Joel, you buzzed in though, so you have to get this without the
I thought
multiple
it was
choice.
over.
No,
I forget that you do multiple choices.
$100,000.
I'm gonna go
to
with
hang out for one day.
Wolfgang Puck.
Celebrity chef. Wolfgang Puck wasn't even one of the fake answers.
Wow.
He wasn't even a choice, Joel.
I like to lose
He's not even.
strong.
He's not even in the multiple choice. So this goes to you, Sarah. You have a 1 out of 4 chance. Rachel Ray, Bobby Flay, Guy Fieri, or Giada De Laurentiis.
Guy Fieri. I did see that one. I have to be honest.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry. I have to be honest.
You know what? And I
Yeah,
knew that
sorry.
you did. And I was waiting for the confession. You know what, Sarah? You get $5 for being honest.
What?
She does.
That's
that was
like
amazing.
the prodigal son. I didn't do anything wrong.
That was
She lies and then comes back.
That was amazing.
Gets
though.
rewarded
I
for
wasn't
it.
gonna
See,
take
Joel,
it.
but Joel, I would have deducted 5. Does this help? I would have deducted 5 because I knew that she was lying. And what was really great was she even led us on to think that she was thinking.
I know.
She was actually doing. She did the play thinking, and in the meantime, I knew that she knew because I spotted her eyes looking at the answers.
And I know the next one is Madonna. I swear to God, that's the only one I know. I swear to God.
All right, just for that, you're now down to 0.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
All right, you do get $5 for
Okay,
that.
great.
That is the answer. Guy Fieri, who, by the way, I have a strange, only in Hollywood story with him. He told the guys at the Comedy Magic Club, he was in the audience about 20 years ago, and he was not Guy Fieri at the time, or he wasn't famous, I should say. And I picked him out of the audience for tucking his jewels by his rear end. That, you ever do that, the Silence of the Lambs thing?
I've never done it. I'm familiar with the concept.
You've never tucked your jewels by your ass?
No.
And it looks like a vagina?
Yes, you stand in front of the mirror and go, hey, I'm a pretty good-looking chick. Yeah, hey, whoa, check it out.
Oh,
I got a
man.
mangina.
No.
I had an ex-boyfriend who did that all the time. It was awful.
Yeah, I've heard that women think
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
unless
it's
maybe
not
you're
funny.
bi, maybe it'll be a turn on. But yeah, I've actually done it at parties.
At parties.
Hey, look, when a party ain't going well,
Drop them and
drop
give
them and give a
yourself
mangina, because then you're not doing the full frontal. Speaking of that, Wolf of Wall Street, we'll get back to that. Oops, I almost gave you the answers
didn't
again.
see it,
So
promise.
listen, you've never done a mangina? Joel,
don't think
promise
so.
me you will do one, just to do one. Okay? I told you Patrick Stewart, the great Sir Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Even him, we were on a break, we were filming this movie. I said, Patrick, have you ever tucked your jewels by your ass and pretend to, so you look like as a woman?
Weirdest question ever.
He goes, yes, Craig, I've done a mangina. He goes, everybody has. If you're naked in bed, one leg goes over the other, your penis disappears, you have a mangina. That was Patrick Stewart has even done it, but not Joel from Kansas.
I don't know.
How could you not
Colorado.
do a
Kansas.
freaking mangina?
I don't
He's
think
from
I have no
Colorado.
memory of manginas.
Because you're both from Colorado. He's got to be from somewhere else. He's Kansas, okay? And I think he's got some roots there. No?
No, yeah, I got relatives there.
That's what I'm
Not
saying.
Roots.
You're Kansas.
All right.
Somebody's got to be Dorothy. All right. You're
Okay.
Colorado.
Okay.
I'm Philly. Here we go. Our next question. Oh, so Guy Fieri was my vagina man.
Yeah.
And he ran into me in the parking lot and acted like he was mad. So all these years later, I found out, and I acted threatened. Didn't act. I felt threatened.
Yeah.
Because he was, he says, hey, you call me vagina man. And so to this day, his girlfriend, or now wife, calls him vagina man. Anyway,
Awesome.
only in Hollywood. Which blonde bombshell declared she can't afford red carpet fashion? Was it Kate Hudson, Charlize Theron, Rebecca Romaine, or Scarlett Johansson? I would say it sounded like he had a hemorrhoid, but I go with Joel as the floor.
They said they can't afford it?
Can't afford red carpet fashion.
It's a
Which of
lie
those?
for all of them, but I'm gonna go with Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson, is that the right answer? No, she's a rich bitch. She's got plenty of money.
They're all
okay.
rich. What are you
Sorry.
saying?
It goes over to Sarah with a 1 out of 3.
I'm gonna say Rebecca Romaine.
Rebecca Romaine, incorrect.
Oh.
She's got X-Men money, baby.
Kate Hudson.
Kate
Hudson's
Hudson.
got royal. She's Goldie. She's got money coming from parents and
From
shit.
from the Hudson brothers.
From
Do you even know who they are?
no, from her
Don't know who they
Goldie
are.
Hawn
either.
and
She's
Kurt
named
Russell.
after. You know what's great about this game is we get other trivia.
not her
We get
dad,
sub trivia
not?
within the trivia. What's that?
I said Kurt Russell has not heard that.
No,
thought he
he's the
was.
stepfather. Her dad is from one of the Hudson brothers, who were this
That would
huge, like,
explain the last
remember those
name.
days in the 70s? They don't remember. I mean, you've heard of variety shows like Sonny and Cher,
Yeah.
the Paul Lynde Hour, you know, and they would have,
They're coming
everybody had a
back.
variety show. They were the Hudson brothers. They were
Nice.
really big. So Goldie Hawn thought, hey, I'll marry one of these guys. And these guys are going to be huge. And maybe
Not so much.
a little mistake, Goldie. Then she went for Kurt Russell. So anyway,
But Kate
not
came
saying
out
that-
and she's beautiful.
yeah, she's beautiful, but apparently she can't afford red carpet.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
believe
here
it.
we go. Which NBA star received a 3-year probation deal in a DUI plea deal? Was it Lamar Odom, Kobe Bryant, Dwight Howard, LeBron James? Yeah?
Dwight Howard.
Ah!
I don't know.
Nah. Say. Nah. Change your buzzer.
I'll go with Kobe.
Wow.
Wrong.
Let me just say, you're not supposed to do this as a host. You two stink.
Yeah. I don't watch.
You bring a whole
basketball.
new laughing at the stars. How could you not Lamar Odom, who was married to the Kardashian, Khloe? How do I know this crap and I don't even watch television?
We need an audience member that gets the money when we fail. So someone's winning.
Audience of one. He's
Audience
rich
of
over here.
one.
Audience of one. Neil Boble.
right.
Okay. You want to be an audience of one? Let us know because you could win money based on them not knowing anything.
I have $5 so far.
Okay.
For lying.
Which reality couple?
And
This
then
one you're really
telling
not
the
going to get.
truth.
You know, but the thing is, they're multiple choice, so you do have a slight chance.
Slight chance.
And when okay, and Joel usually buzzes in early, which gives you 1 out of 3 chance, which still has not been seized. And by the way, let's just recap. The only way she has $5 is being honest for cheating. You still didn't even get it. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Which reality couple admitted to blowing through $10 million and are now broke? Is it Kate and John Gosselin, Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag, Lauren Conrad and Jason Waller, Christopher
these
Knight
people?
and Adrian Curry? Yes.
I'm going to go with the guy and Heidi Montag. I don't know who the guy was.
You don't know his name?
No.
Can you say it again?
Yeah, we do it.
I think that was right.
Huh?
I think that was right because he's stalling.
You are right. It
Yay.
is Spencer Pratt. How can you not know
Spencer
Spencer
Pratt.
Pratt and Hottie?
I
Why do I keep saying Hottie? She's
I
not even
know
that
his
hot.
face. Actually, I didn't know his name.
We should have them on the show.
I don't like him.
Christopher Knight, you know who that is? That was the kid from Brady Bunch.
Which one?
Peter.
Peter.
I golfed with him. He's only in Hollywood would I golf with one of the Brady Bunch.
Here's a story.
Yes,
Blah, blah, blah.
he had a reality show as well. Okay, ready? Here we go. Recycled chic. How many times has Keira Knightley worn her wedding dress?
What's the
3, 5, 6, or 8 times. Keira Knightley.
Okay.
Joel.
8.
8 times.
I'm gonna say 3. Oh, sorry.
Wait a minute. She might have cheated on that one. That one she forgot to do the acting on. I didn't see the answers.
No.
Notice how fast she went in. I didn't even tell Joel if he was right or wrong. She knew he was
you have
wrong.
multiple weddings.
But
If with different families, like his side of the family, her side of the family, one in New York, one in London, one in LA.
I didn't even get that.
I'm
Would
a
be the
chick.
reason. I didn't even get that. And guess what? The chick got it. She's got $10 now.
I thought it was just like she cut off the sleeves and like wore it out one night. Is that not what?
No, you have multiple weddings sometimes.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm gonna have
Our next
like
question.
7.
Is this our final question? It needs to be our final question. We've got $10 to 0.
1, 5.
Yes,
I got
5.
one. Of
You
them.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, you got the Montag.
Yeah.
$5. Okay.
I have 10.
All right, I got to go into my. I have to go into my little can and I keep my money. Which female pop star's dad ran a background check on her boyfriend? Was Was it Britney Spears, Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, or Demi Lovato? Joel again?
I'm going to go with Taylor Swift. She seems like she probably has an impressive father.
Well, if her father ran a background check on the boyfriends, he would be probably in front of his computer for 3 years because she's got a lot of boyfriends.
Zing, Taylor. Gotcha.
Zing, not Taylor.
I know, got it.
Okay.
I think Britney Spears.
Or you could go through TMZ's, whoa, Sarah Sweet with $15. I have another Only in Hollywood. Only in Hollywood. I have a picture of her. Just hung out with that father and her sister.
Britney Spears' father?
Jamie?
I just hung out with him. This is a true story. This is word for word. I was going, hey, it was a strange story because Only in Hollywood, I just peed in her backyard. So I peed in Britney Spears' backyard while I was golfing. And then voila, a day later, there they are in Atlanta, and I run into them. At a radio station, I'm going, you know what's funny is I just peed in your daughter's backyard. That did sound weird, didn't it? That sounded a little strange. That sounds like a euphemism. I peed in that backyard. No, that's not good. So now I realize, so Jamie Lynn, her sister, that's who was the celebrity there with the father. So he and I get to start talking, and I say, oh yeah, I'm neighbors, with your other daughter. And she goes, and Jamie Lynn was not happy because it wasn't about her. She goes, Dad, I don't care where my sister lives. I want to go eat. I'm hungry.
Ew.
That was my little dealing with Jamie Lynn Spears.
Ew.
Is Tommy Davidson here?
I feel
yes, Tommy Davidson is here. We have a fabulous guest coming up. I won't tell him this. Hopefully he's not listening in the other room, that no one here knew who he was. Everybody had to Google him. In Living Color, how about Booty Call, Joanna Man. Well, once you guys looked it up, then you're all fans of Tommy Davidson. But the name, by the way, wait till you hear his background. I just found it out this weekend. I'll tease that one. But we have another live read. You guys go take a break. Okay. You don't need to be here for this live read.
Get out of here.
Okay. Tommy Davidson. We just performed together in Denver, and man, that was such a great time hanging out with him. And boy, do we have stories, by the way, of another show that we were both on, the Magic Johnson Show, the Magic Hour. Wait till you hear that.
How about a segment?
Hey guys, hold on, Neil. Hey guys, Craig Shoemaker, CraigShoemakerShow.com. Laugh it off. I am here to talk to you about Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime offers thousands of free streaming movies and free 2-day shipping on anything you order from Amazon.com. Now, for a limited time, you can try Amazon Prime absolutely free for 30 days through our website. You go to our website, you visit CraigShoemakerShow.com and click on the Downtown Abbey banner. That's the Downtown Abbey banner, as opposed to all of the other banners we have up. I think it might be the only one. You can start your 30-day trial. It's that easy, okay? That's how simple it is. Even a tech fool like me can do this. You get to try something risk-free and support our show at the same time. I know you want to support our show because it's free, okay? So this is a way that you can benefit and just give us a little hand. That money that Sarah just made and Joel just made came from my pocket. You don't want that to be the case anymore, so give us a little hand. Doing this show you love the Craig Shoemaker Show. Help us out. You can even stream those same movies instantly on your tablet, game consoles, smart TVs, and Smerry. You can do that by just going to there. Don't forget, if you happen to miss this offer, be sure to check back on our site regularly. I never like that word. Let's take that word out of our script. Regularly. You think I have a big agent. I hope they're not listening right now. And we'll have more deals for you in the future. Remember, CraigShoemakerShow.com. Click the banner, and you get to save and also have a 100% free trial. Now, I got to do this, by the way. Somebody write this down for me. Thank you so much for your support. More of the Craig Shoemaker Show coming right up. Tommy Davidson, our guests. We'll all be here having some fun.
my next guest still gets shout-outs for his now classic TV show, In Living Color. Please welcome the first generation of Keenan's Discoveries, and a guy who did this show way back in the day. He's so funny, Mr. Tommy Davidson.
Yeah! What's up? Let's give it up for President Obama. Got real quiet with the white people. You know? Hey, man, white people got to stop asking us dumb questions when the voting's coming up. Like, here's the dumbest question they ask black people at work, you know. So you're going to vote for Obama just because he's black? Yeah. That's the reason why I'm voting. Obama didn't win the presidency because of his politics. He won because of the debates. Come on, he won the first debates because he was freestyling. He had nothing to lose. They try to ask him a little question, he just expound on it, don't he? Senator Obama, what do you think about the word it? Well, first let's think about the word it. If it means lowering interest rates so Americans can afford homes, and it is plausible and it should work. If we're talking about it. If it is too legit to quit, like MC Hammer or any of that Old Town stuff, then it's legit as well. That could be Tupac or Too Short. Obama say words black people don't even say. Obama say a word that had me at home like in shock. Risks. Say that again, risks. It's like he knows white karate. You know what I mean? He's got all, it's like he can just turn himself, like his feet into a white man's feet. You ever seen him like do the tippy toe move? You know, and we're talking about jobs, okay? And we're talking about employment. You ever seen him do the back pedal with the karate chop? And we're concerned about Medicare and about insurance. He can stutter better than most politicians can talk. When he's stuttering, it sounds like he makes it. And we'll take a look at these issues. We'll make sure that we put them in perspective. Obama can have you at the edge of your seat. Even black people be home like, what are you talking about? You ever seen him draw you in real close, you know? I want everyone to look at my finger. Can you see it? Now, if you can't see it, I'll put it back here. I want to ask each and every American one question. Where's it now? I think you know the answer. Actually, I think we need a black woman president. For terrorism. You fight terror with terror. Ask any white girl who went to high school with black girls who the terror is. She found out the second day of school. What is that? I didn't even know you. Black girls are mean. You ain't got to know me for me to whip your ass. I want to know why white girls got to know who hit them. Who are you? I be like, bitch, run. I know her. I think we need a white woman president. Hold on, black women, let me finish. Say the word white women, black women. Say it again. I'm not talking about politicians, I'm talking about any average all-American white woman walking the streets of America, because we'll know who our heroes are. I don't care where you are, you can be at the Best Buy, CVS, Toys R Us,
That music is so bad it's good.
Oh, what the do?
I like being on video because Sarah has all these different looks and stuff. What did you do to your hair? You put it up in like a bun thing?
Yeah.
What? And you didn't like it?
No.
What was wrong with it?
It looked a little too.
Little I Dream of Jeannie-ish?
Yeah. Just doesn't. Whatever. Fuck it.
Pebbles?
Yeah.
Pebbles Flintstone?
Bam,
I'll just
bam.
come up with every reference that you won't understand.
I get Pebbles.
You do? Oh, you get that? Oh, yeah. I guess they did have a new Flintstones with Rosie O'Donnell. Okay. I always forget that they actually do recreate most of the things that I watched when I was growing up.
Cartoon too.
You watched the real Flintstones? Awesome. Did you ever watch In Living Color?
In living color, you can do what you want. Yeah, dude.
So you all were almost a fly girl.
Yeah, in my dreams. Jennifer Lopez. Dance.
Is that the dance right there?
It's like it was very.
This is when you need to be on video. This is when you need to be on video.
Well,
one of the stars of In Living Color and also star of a lot of films. I think that's him knocking.
Hey.
He just knocked on the
not
door.
There.
He's not there. Oh, he's probably on the phone. Oh, he's one of these guys always on the freaking phone. I bet he went on the phone. Did he go on the phone? Did you go on the phone?
No, I know. Where's your camera?
No, sit here.
Yeah, well, I just know.
When you sit here, you'll be on the camera.
I saw that he has I saw that you guys got a tip bucket out front. So, which is a cool idea. But I need this for my parking valet. Because I don't know if you guys validate.
No, yeah.
It's Hollywood. So
you valet parked? We have free parking for. Oh, I forgot it's you.
It's me.
It was quite a different. I worked with him, and we were like, the big double headliners. But it's really wild to watch one guy, me, and then you got the "it's me" guy.
No.
He's the.
No way.
You were much more of a diva than I ever was.
No.
I got to see it and have fun with it.
No.
I was laughing when we were working together.
No, he made me feel
we did,
self-conscious.
How?
Well, because I knew there was going to be a long period before the show.
Yeah.
Like 3 hours maybe. Let me take this thing out. Hollywood.
Only
out.
in Hollywood.
No, Hollywood out.
Oh, good.
All agents
the
out.
earpiece is
all
coming
deals
out.
are off.
Great.
How cool
and so
to be so
he must really want to be here. I think it's probably
really
you because
work
he's
a lot.
never took that earpiece out with me.
Oh, I
So we had
appreciate
3 hours together.
She knows why that is. She's a girl.
Okay.
Okay?
I got it.
All right.
So now, so what happened?
So 3 hours before the show, being a stand-up for so long, you see how people structure shows, and you go, okay, what's going to happen to my ass while I'm waiting? And usually, right. So usually what I do before my show,
I know where you're going.
Because people go, how do you prepare for your show? How do you prepare for your show? How I prepare for my show is I take a nap.
In my life, I've
before
never
my
seen
show.
this.
Yeah.
I like boot.
Let's tell people. Let's tell people though. We have something
You see
called
what I mean? He's railroaded
we have
me,
something
man.
called a rider. It's called a rider. You have rider requirements, and there was people that actually would say
It
only
wasn't on my
green
rider.
M&Ms, only green M. He didn't go as far as green M&Ms, but in
Yeah.
his rider, in his contract, suddenly they come in with something that I have never seen in my career.
Yeah.
Okay, this is for Tommy Davidson. We're backstage, which I was shocked, by the way, complimented. He shared the green room with me.
Yeah.
Because they said, would you mind sharing
If you
one
can
with
call
Tommy
it
Davidson?
that.
I said, ask him. I
you
said,
can
he's
call it
more
that.
diva than I am. I
Yeah.
don't share a green room with anybody.
Yeah.
So you ask him, and he acknowledged that. So then they walked in with a down comforter and a pillow for Tommy.
I need to do my optimal job as a comedian. And what do I do before my show?
You nap.
I nap.
Was
So
that-
there was no
yeah.
time for that in my hotel because they picked me up so early.
That's true.
So
that's
I
true.
figured I'd be able to do that in between.
during
Did
my act.
Were you able to?
He was in the room.
So no nap.
I
No
ruined
one's
your
sleeping.
nap.
I
Now
don't
I'm
even know
hearing
why.
this.
I don't even know how his baby's sleeping. The dude talks. I mean, he pulled that baby right out and went, I got a joke I've been working on. Hey, should I cut? Hey, Kansas City, should I cut this thing? Or what?
Funny you
Double
should say-
Dutch.
Funny you should say that. I talk so much I bore her to sleep. She's
Okay, so
actually going.
that's- okay, so
yeah,
that
so
works.
the opposite is happening. I'm
that
like a
works.
lullaby with
Yeah,
my.
but he rode me. He was like, I've never seen anybody with a blanket and a pillow. And I actually didn't lay down.
Yeah, because of me. Because he was self-conscious. He never took it out of. It was hermetically sealed in a plastic.
Well, it wasn't.
thing.
It wasn't conducive to arrest anyway because it wasn't really a green room. It's an old danky office from a museum with this old beat up leather couch that I'm sure had roach eggs in it.
Oh yeah.
Well, this is California.
Thanks for
so,
telling me that
yeah.
now. Yeah,
this is
thanks
California,
because
so
I
there's
was
no
full
roach
on
eggs
laid
in it,
out
but-
on there.
Yeah.
No, it was probably it was in Denver. It was actually used to be an airport. And
It's a
right?
beautiful show we did.
Yeah, it was pretty
Beautiful
cool.
show. We did it
for
for
the
a good cause.
Wounded Warriors.
And
But
I've
I
never
liked
done
their
anything
project
there.
though. I thought that was really interesting. We did not only Wounded Warriors. they set up the Warriors through employment programs. So it's not like you're sending them to Disneyland and then they forget it and they come back to their depression. You're actually giving them a job.
Yeah, they do what the government's supposed to do, which is give them a job when they come back with no limbs. Yeah, and the guy was passionate about it.
Oh, he wasn't he though? I mean, that really had me going. I said, I wish you would have told me this ahead of time. I would have promoted it more. But we did a show surrounded by old airplanes,
including the X-wing fighter from Star Wars.
Oh, wow.
Did you see it?
No.
Okay, well, while you were talking somewhere, I was observing. Tune in with us at NBC, The New Odd Couple. We're pitching the pilot now. Here. You know, that's how you do it now. You know, this
is it.
We'll just show them.
We'll show them this show.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that you probably had this tour during my act. Is that also what you were doing during my act?
No.
And then he didn't watch a bit of me. And then when I said, they said, would you like something to eat? And I go, yeah, I would like something to eat. He goes, oh, you're not going to eat during my show, are you? You're going to watch my show.
I did not say that. Fire starter, this guy's called. Where's the fire extinguisher around here?
Well, we talk about fire starting. Tommy is involved with, not involved at the time, but he's involved in the story of me starting a fire at the Magic Johnson show. The Magic Hour.
Yeah, the Magic Hour.
We all know
didn't turn out favorably for either one of us, but I think if anybody caught the ass, it was him.
Yeah.
Caught the what?
Caught the ass.
All right.
Caught ass and face. That whatever you say that.
Short end of the stick.
The short end of the stick.
Okay. I'd like to hear
caught the ass.
That was an improv on the.
Well, it was. I thought that catching ass was a good thing, but now I'm finding out.
Maybe
seven kids later, I don't think so.
Yeah.
So.
You mean he looked like an ass from it?
Oh yeah, I had a little of that too. I definitely got the ass tag on that one. They actually had a review. Now I've had almost all great reviews in the stand-up world.
Right.
My review from Tom Shales, the great Tom Shales, said. I would be next to Magic Johnson. It said, he looks like a pizza delivery guy waiting for a tip.
Oh.
That my mom got to read that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was set up to his disadvantage.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, Star Wars I like to use as a reference.
Okay.
You remember the little guy that used to hang out on Jabba the Hutt's shoulder?
Mm-hmm. Sort of.
So Jabba the Hutt would say a lot of things you didn't really understand, and then the little guy would laugh. So that was him. So Magic would go. And then he would go. So it was the same. I don't know the little guy's name. If you Google him, you guys got tech back there. He's got a name.
I need that reference.
The little guy's got a name.
I will be that guy from now on.
So that's how he was kind of set up.
I'm going to just go on tour as that little guy.
He was kind of set up.
Yeah.
And so I'll tour with Magic Johnson. Well, I did hear what he did say to me. So I don't know if you knew this. So first of all, I auditioned against a lot of other comedians. You not being one of them because you were so famous. What's his name?
What's his name?
Salicious B. Crumb.
Yes, Salicious B.
Crumb. I'm going on tour as Salicious B. Crumb.
Yeah.
That is the greatest name ever.
But he's the one that made those scenes work. So, without him, Well,
I couldn't make the magic.
There was no humor in the room.
It was called the Magic Hour. I lasted a magic minute.
Yeah.
That's how long I lasted. So I auditioned against all these other comedians. The rehearsal shows went pretty well, but then
you got the part though.
I did get the part. And I left
That's
another
counts.
TV show. That's the genius.
We're powerless. We're powerless over the results.
So that's true. We let those go. He got that from me this weekend. Anyway,
let's get metaphysical in here. We're powerless over the results.
We are. We have to let go of the results. So I let go, and I said, just do your best and make this show the best it could be. And they said to me, you're not a co-host like Ed McMahon.
Right.
You're not going to laugh at him. You're not going to be Salicious B. What? So you're not going to
Crumb.
You're not going to be Salicious B. Crumb.
You're
actually going to tell him the jokes, and he's going to laugh at you.
Right.
I thought you're going to do the monologue to him. That was the premise I was in. I'm in.
I was just giving him a visual how it looked to me.
That's right. I got it.
I never got into the show that far.
You also just gave me a new name that I'm using in my comedy career, Salicious B. Crumb. So anyway,
I get the job.
They started panicking, right? We did practice shows, and they said, we brought in writers for you.
Right.
I said, what do you mean? We brought in writers from The Tonight Show. I'm going, oh, yeah? From the Johnny Carson Tonight Show. So they're literally wearing members-only jacket and mullet cuts. These are going to be my writers.
Well, they're writers. Let's see their content.
Content?
Let's see
My
the
opening
content
jokes
first.
were about Nell Carter. That's how reference.
Oh,
These are the
whoa,
references
okay,
they would use.
okay.
Nell Carter references.
Nell Carter, and that was back in 98.
Right. So Nell Carter was not
And
happening
she had
in
been
98.
off the air for...
She's probably dead by then.
Right. She had been off the air for
there was
20 years
there was
at
a
that
dead,
point.
Dead Nell Carter
At that
jokes
point,
on my
right.
opening monologue.
Right,
and I'm going,
exactly.
so I said to him, I called him Sling Blade because he had a jutted out jaw. I don't know if you remember the head writer. I said, Sling Blade, I can't tell these jokes. I'll get booed. It's a quote. I had other writers heard this. He goes, a boo is as good as a laugh. Johnny loved to be booed. A boo is as good as a laugh? Now, Tommy.
No.
Tommy, have you ever done a performance and go, I'll take that boo?
Yeah. No.
As much as I'll take that laugh. Have you ever thought that in your life?
Nope.
He says to me, I'm supposed to go on national television now and go, oh, I got booed. Great.
Did you do the joke?
Killed. Oh, now here's the thing. They said you must tell the jokes.
And you did?
Now, Tommy, here's the joke. So now he also wrote the intro for Magic, and I had just won all these awards and Emmys and everything else. I'm thinking they'll give me the place is going nuts. Urban crowd. They love Magic in L.A. You know that, right?
Of course.
They're screaming. They're going, are you ready for Magic?
Right.
Sheila E's
Urban
the
is a code word for black. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Code word.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you guys are saying black.
Yeah. That's a commercial code word for corporations and studios.
Yeah,
it's an urban project.
And black people involved. You know what's funny is there's no opposite. I wasn't bringing in a suburban
We might
crowd.
get mad about that. You know what I mean?
I'm bringing Craig Shoemaker bringing the suburban crowd.
Right.
Which I think that was the idea. They thought I'd bring in the cul-de-sacers.
Right.
And then so Magic's got the urbans. So he's got the Magic Johnson Dean and all that stuff. So now they're in the
it's happening,
that's
you're
who's in the
there.
audience.
Okay, let's go back.
So now they're going to bring in the guy that no one's ever heard of. So
Right.
my introduction was this. Sheila, everybody goes nuts with the bongos. He goes, now he stops and he goes,
Now, everybody, let's get the show started with my co-host. Now, here's a guy nobody would shower with.
Craig Shoemaker. Now, Tommy, you've been backstage before being introduced.
Yeah.
What would you do if that was your intro that was written by Sling Blade?
Well, I can only quote, Larry Miller?
Yeah?
I'm a comedian. You did what we do. You went right out on stage. Larry Miller says it can be a funeral for a downed officer. The mayor is there with a big old check. They got a 21-gun salute.
Right.
There's tears in everyone's eyes. And then they go, now,
Here's the
stand
comedian.
up.
Right.
And we go, put me on.
Put me on. Well, you know how you're in the on-deck circle and you can't wait to go up at bat? I actually delayed for 1 second. I went, do I come out to that? Is there a real intro coming up? Because I'm making lists in the top of my head. I'm going, all the girls who wouldn't go to the prom with me. This is my big shot on
Not
TV.
take a shower with.
Now I'm the guy nobody would shower with. Craig Shoemaker. So I come out and I have a real white guy.
But you didn't know he had AIDS yet, so go ahead.
No, we did.
Okay.
Oh, of
you
course
did?
we did.
Okay.
This is
okay.
98.
Okay.
He was long past that.
Okay.
So this was actually his first
So they
foray
wrote,
into
let's blame
something
that
else.
on the writer.
Of course we did.
Blame that on the writer.
He just read the cue card.
Yeah.
So
By
Sling
the way,
Blade wrote that joke.
I'm
What?
going back to Star Wars again.
I love this.
the
is the fourth
impression
one.
of the writer. Show me that again.
Sling Blade.
Yeah, that's a dead ringer for Dexter's Diner. Dexter was also a character in Star Wars. Well, anyway. So yeah, Dexter.
Yes, I haven't seen one of these in a long time. Oh, there's Chewbacca.
Look up Dexter.
Nobody
and
would
you will
shower
know.
with Chewbacca.
So go ahead.
So I come out and I have a real white guy walk. I bounce when I walk. My head enters the room 2 minutes before the
You
rest
think
of my
white guy
body.
walk?
You didn't want to see it?
You think white guy walk?
Well, listen, half your act is white guys
Let me
dancing.
see this. Let me see this.
It's this.
What do we have coverage?
Okay, it's this. You walk like a piston. You go, doo-doo, and everybody puts the same music to it. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. So my whole life I've been teased for that. So I'm trying not to do it.
You're coming out cool.
So I'm
it's an urban
trying to
crowd,
be
So you
cool.
got to have
Yeah.
some kind of swag. Swag
Trying
that word wasn't out, by the way. So you had to be fresh, which is probably
Fresh was happening, and Fresh Prince.
on the same studio as Will Smith's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes.
By the way. Just coincidentally.
I was stale,
Little
which
info
I was
for the
on the
show.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air a few years before that as guest star. So anyway, I come out, I sit next to him. They made me tell these jokes, Tommy.
Okay.
You're supposed to respond to Magic. He goes, the setup. He goes, oh, Craig, how about that Bulls game? I said, Magic, I haven't seen a beating like that caught on tape since Rodney King.
They did not.
They made me tell that
Did
joke.
they boo though?
Boo! They gasp. You could have heard Paramount Studios
And that
in
just happened,
Washington,
right?
D.C. Well, it was a few years before.
Few years before that.
A beating like that caught on tape since Rodney King, and I'm telling oxygen mask popped out of the ceiling. It was like, it was. I thought I was.
So what? You're an edgy comic.
I'm not going with that. I'm not going with edgy comic. I would never have told that freaking joke. Tommy, you got to know your audience. That's part of comedy, too.
Okay.
This audience, they went like that. And Magic, known for the assist in basketball, never wants to look bad. He goes, "Oh, Craig, you are bad. Remember, everybody, that was Craig, the co-host, not me."
Oh, and puts it on you.
He put it on me.
So that's the equivalent of me like going to a synagogue and saying, never eat the calamari rings at a bris. That's not a good joke to start out with. Am I right?
Yeah, it's an equivalent.
Would they boo me?
Yeah, you might get booed. It's throwing Auschwitz in there.
Okay.
Well, you know,
well,
really,
you know,
you know what I mean?
Hey. Kill the air for a second.
Exactly.
There's Dexter. There's Dexter. Hand him to me.
Oh, there he is.
If I could see him in action, that'd be great.
Here's Dexter. So this is me. Okay. So now.
That was Dexter. Let me see really quickly. We have but a little time, and this is the internet, and the internet moves so fast.
Okay, so there's
Dexter. We got a nice shot of that.
You really know your Star Wars.
Where are we, Dexter? Where should I go? Okay, let me go here.
Here you go. There's Dexter.
There's Dexter. Don't want a lamp light there. I feel like Bruce Lee in an interview. Don't want to disturb any camera angle. That's
Okay,
Dexter.
Tommy, we got it.
So anyway, yeah. All right. Tommy spent half his interview with me referencing Star Wars.
No, we'll probably have 9 more. I predict
No,
9 more.
I'm
Let's
done.
have a ding.
I'm done.
Let's have a saber sound every time he brings one up.
It was just the time. It was just the time. It was just timing.
So now you remember.
That's Chewy. Yeah, that's Chewy.
Okay, that's Chewy. That was good. So every time I tell a joke about a celebrity, he didn't want to look bad because he knows that he's just a Hollywood friend.
So you were like the fall guy.
I'm the fall guy
and you're
for
going
any
lower
joke.
and lower and lower.
Right. So, and he every time he would go, I would tell
You're
a joke.
the fall guy for Magic.
He would go,
which is not
"Oh,
good.
Craig, you are bad. Now he's not gonna come on the show." And I'm sitting there thinking, that ain't the reason. The reason they're not coming.
He didn't say that.
He would kept saying to me every time I told a bad Madonna joke. He goes, "Now she's not gonna come on the show."
Oh, okay.
So every time a joke, he
now
would
he
say
told that joke. He's not gonna come on the show. Which is eventually what happened.
Craig, you are bad. He would go, "You are bad. You're not gonna come on the show.
You gonna make nobody want to come and do this show.
Oh, come on, Craig.
With the jokes you be
Remember
doing.
about that was Craig, not me. And every time it was throw me in the wood chipper is make sure my Hollywood image is good.
Okay.
We got the court jester, the pizza guy waiting for the tip. That's who you should be mad at if you're offended.
And you survived how long?
Oh, well, wait a minute. Now, for day one, I got in trouble. Okay, because they said, just be quiet. Okay, just be quiet and let them do the guest. And the opening guest was Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? So, because he called all his friends, and all the friends are the opening guests all week, and it's the big magic hour. Everybody's watching. So I sat there. Now, Tommy, I grew up, poor, and, like I was thinking to myself during, you've had those moments where you go, oh my God, I'm with these legends.
Yeah, every day.
Legends.
Every single day.
And you really appreciate it. And I realized halfway through their conversation, I could be the UN translator for these two. One's going, "Oh, come on." Oh. And he's doing that, the Hollywood kiss-up thing. This is our conversation. "Arnold, the reason I had you as a guest on my premier talk show, you make a lot of money for a lot of the needy people. Folks, don't he give it up for the needy people?" People are screaming, yeah.
Meanwhile, he's a Republican, straightforward, right-wing. Right.
Yeah, and then, of course.
The last dude that's
and then there's the ass-kissing.
From a giving group.
Exactly. And then Arnold goes, "No, you're the one who give all the money back. You got the AIDS awareness. The Magic Johnson Theater in the hood in the California."
I cannot do an impression of him.
And oh, come on.
Yeah.
You do.
But I can do him being hurt. In every movie when Schwarzenegger gets hurt, he makes the same noise. Like if the Predator has his hand and he's sticking it, or like he's holding on with a nail in his head, he always goes, and then I have one impression of him in Total Recall where he goes out into the Mars's atmosphere and they lose the oxygen and he goes, okay, anyway. You got to see the original version, not two.
No, that was good. That was like seeing
His face
it.
expands.
That was like seeing
And it goes back.
So now he's doing those noises, and they're doing them, talking about how wonderful they are as human beings. And then he goes, "Oh, come on, Arnold. You're the one of them Special Olympics. Help out those needy kids." And I'm sitting there thinking, how am I going to blend in?
Right.
So I lean over. I almost gave $1 to a homeless guy. He didn't have change for a 10. "Oh, Craig,
You are bad. Now the homeless guy's not gonna come on the show.
Right. So they're now about
Come
to put
on,
you.
Craig.
They're now about to put you in one of those moving couches they used to have in the dating game. Remember they bow, 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 and the couch just moves. Craig's going out. Craig's gonna go out for a walk. You know.
So they knew this was not a good thing. This was not going to work out. I mean, this was not this thing.
Okay.
They had a concept that I would bring white audience, and it was just not going to work out. So now they're trying to make it fail. They're just really trying to make it fail. So by day 3, they took me off the couch. Day 3. And audiences were, I mean, I'm telling all of Hollywood was canceling these A-list guests. It was down to, you know, it was day 4? The lead guest was Suzanne Summers with a new thigh master. That's what they were down to on week 1. It started off, we're going to have the President of the United States. And then Suzanne Summers going, look at this, man. Oh, look, I can make my thighs better. So, this was what it was. And then they took me off the couch in the middle of the show. They go, we'll be back after this. And apparently that didn't include me. So then he goes, and then Arsenio was the guest. That was day 3. He goes, here he is, Arsenio Hall. And by the way,
Arsenio's show was on the air?
No, this is Arsenio had already retired for years. So now he's back as the lead guest.
I put it all back together because it was.
This is the late 90s. Yeah, well, and then. Yeah. So then he goes, we'll be back after this. And apparently that didn't include me. They whispered to me on stage. They came up and they were in the dark. In the commercial break, the people upstairs decided, you're going to be off the couch now.
Yeah.
And I'm going, off the couch? What do you mean? They go, well, Magic's having a hard time with his sight lines. I go, I'll move. So I'm like arguing with them. They go, no, you're out of here. They go, you're out. And I started to argue. And they go, no, you're out of here. And there were 30 seconds back to the.
They might as well put a smoked ham on a stick, a long stick, and just put it outside and just say, we just need to nibble on that real quick. They're going to start the show, but just nibble on that for a second. Yeah.
That's what it was
nibble
like.
On the ham. Yeah, it's a honey bake from Burbank. Yeah. Yeah, just nibble on it for about 5 minutes. They're going to do this scene without you. Just nibble on the ham. Hurry up, Craig.
And then they grab me once I start nibbling and really bite into it. So I looked over to him. Maybe he's going to help me out. And by the way, he couldn't pronounce things. So, I mean, honest to God, Michael Clark Duncan was on Armageddon. He goes,
TV ain't for everybody.
Exactly. And wasn't for him.
TV ain't for everybody.
He goes like this. He goes,
now up next from the movie Armageddon. Now here he is from Armageddon. Oh, Craig, how do you say that word?
How'd you get the fall guy now again?
How did I get the fall guy for saying Armageddon? He said, I said, just say end of the world.
Right.
He said Armageddon.
Okay.
So he said Armageddon. So anyway, they booted me off the couch.
And then?
And then they.
We're gonna wrap this up.
Then they decided. This comes to you. Okay.
This is a long time ago.
Of course.
We don't want any resentments.
That's why I laugh about it.
Hey.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's 2 weeks in a row people are calling me on my resentments.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay. No. But here's what. So
we take it right to the juggler.
But not only that, we're accountable for it. We're accountable for our actions.
On a diving board in South Central, an empty diving board. Okay. In the summer.
Mm-hmm.
You did a show on a diving board with a microphone?
For a studio head of Universal. This is just coincidence that happened to be at Universal.
Okay.
$400.
This is recently?
With a school, no, this is when I first started. With school speakers, you know, those speakers that came in one kit with the record player.
Yeah.
You know, and the mic right there. Did a great job. Never got my $100.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you let it go?
And the guy produced DC Cab. Won't say names. That's my non-resentment part.
Google.
That's my non-resentment part.
Google DC Cab.
But we take it to the juggler, man.
Well, here's what we do. Okay. What you just did.
We have hatchets.
Here's what you do.
You look
what
really
you just
close.
did, and what I do is you take something that's seemingly terrible. They fired me. Then they end up firing me completely. They use some lame excuse, and then they hired you. Eventually became not only the co-host. It was so bad they ended up just giving Tommy the show. It was basically the Tommy Davidson show.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It was like they didn't even bother with Magic because he comes late, and so they gave.
There was reasons for that.
So
there was reasons for that because there was more wrong with the show than the show itself. Like Magic, it's hard to do. It's hard to do a talk show.
Oh yeah.
You know, for anyone, even people who are skilled. You know, but the writing was bad, the producing was bad.
Yeah.
So I didn't even sign on unless they let me be an associate producer.
Oh yeah.
So I just brought all the sexiness in with that.
Right.
And just did the best I could with it.
Right, and they gave you a lot of the reins, and you ended up doing. But obviously they did not do this with me.
The more I did, the less he came to work.
But here's what we do if you have a situation.
Okay.
You're on a diving board, and I'm on a firing squad at the Magic Johnson Show.
Exactly.
You have
I've been
fun-
on those too.
You have fun with it, and it has legs that way.
Yeah.
I've told this story a bunch of times. Topper Carew is that the name of the producer? From DC Cab, Topper Carew. That's it. Judge that face, by the way. You've had that acting face. That was the one? Okay.
Howard Stern, he's coming.
So
he's on the way, Howard.
So anyway,
get ready.
We have fun with adversity, Tommy. Right? We have fun.
Yeah, we
with
do.
It, and you've done
That's
that
where
since
our
the beginning of
that's
your
where our
career.
comedy
It
voice
comes
comes
from
from.
that. By the way, I have to say
Yeah.
something. Tommy, I just found this out the other day. Was raised by white parents, right? And your uncle is Jerry Spence, which you might
That's
know
a
him.
secret, though.
Oh, geez.
Not really, but
Can we take that out?
Whatever. I mean,
Erase.
even if we said that, on the air, people wouldn't believe that. But
Okay.
it is the truth.
No one knows who
I
he
knew
is
him as
anyway.
Uncle Jerry, who would show up in the neighborhood that I lived in.
He's a
Washington,
very
D.C.
famous lawyer with this. He's got the cowboy stuff, and he was very much part of the O.J. Simpson trial.
Yeah, and
She
he
was
did the
developed-
Silkwood trial. He did the Silkwood trial.
Wow.
He won that. He defended Imelda Marcos. And
Wow. So
he was
he
a
had
pretty
one
big
of the
cat.
one of
yeah.
the big famous
Pretty big
lawyers,
cat.
and cowboy
Right.
kind of guy.
He was
And
to
I
me
just
an
found out-
embarrassment.
Really?
Because I'm trying to be cool in front of all these black dudes around the way. then here comes my Uncle Jerry, who's like 6'5", with a cowboy hat on, looking like Billy Jack. Sorry. Let me turn this thing off. This is my publicist.
Oh, my publicist.
Hey, Monique Moss. Hey, guess
Hi,
what?
Monique. Hi. We're on the air live right now.
Guess what? If you scheduled me for an interview at 1, guess what I'm doing?
You were off a half hour ago, weren't you?
No, he's on
My
with us right
publicist
now.
scheduled me for 1.
Oh my God, am I on the air with the F word?
Yeah, you're
Shoemaker on his live podcast?
here, honey. I'll put you up to the microphone. This is Monique. Oh, there's her picture.
No,
So
that's
if you-
my. Yeah,
no,
there's a picture.
seriously.
The picture comes up, Monique.
Okay.
Are you watching the show?
It's all about living well, Shoe.
Exactly. We are living well. Monique was my very first publicist when I was 12.
Not 12.
She was.
Now that you're 14.
She was. We
Not
were.
12,
We were
okay,
both
okay.
12.
I almost took that literal.
No, I
I've
was.
grown people with beards coming up to me. Go, I used to watch you when I was a kid. Oh, that was back. We're back to Dexter again. We're back to Dexter.
Everything comes full circle.
I know it's all full circle. But listen, Tommy answered the phone during our show, which I knew was going to happen. But I'm
Just really
happy it was you.
quickly, Hebrews can have 10% of my earnings, but not 10% of my interviews. That's the rule. I got it in small print, baby.
Living life and laughing.
Love you, girl.
Call me after. Talk
Okay.
to you after.
Bye.
He's getting a text message too.
No, I'm going to turn this thing off.
Only in Hollywood. Would your publicist
I
call
thought
during
that
the
might
show?
come in handy. I mean, we're in the moment.
Would you tell her, by
I
the
mean,
way,
this
I've been
is-
trying to get you on this show for 2 years. My publicist didn't get the word to you that I.
So tell my
that- to get
publicist
tell my
that your
publicist that your
was
publicist
dragging.
Yeah, I have to tell my publicist that
my
your
publicist
publicist
was
is
dragging her feet.
which is the same person.
Okay.
So I have to basically tell
but
her
in a metaphysical kind of
very
a way.
metaphysical way.
Things happen when they.
Yeah, that's an
supposed
only in
to.
Hollywood.
Like the Magic Johnson thing. You start out. I go
Oh,
there,
Tommy, you are
come
bad.
here,
You answer
go
the
back.
phone
Oh,
during my show.
Now you're gonna start. Tommy, you so bad.
You are bad.
Yeah.
Come on. I love that I do the black guy better than you.
No, well, hey, you already told him about my background. That explains a little bit.
That's
That
true.
explains
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. So you came from. You were adopted.
I was actually abandoned. I was abandoned as an infant.
Like one of those things in the movies, like swaddled and left at a dumpster.
Not exactly a dumpster, but behind a tire that was leaning on a house with a lot of trash. My mom tells the story. She passed away, God bless her. But she was working with my natural mother during the civil rights movement, immunizing kids and doing voting drives. Her and her husband, who were professors at Colorado State, heard Kennedy on the radio, on TV.
Are you confused on the
Saw
mothers?
Kennedy.
Can we call one white mom, one black mom?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
But they might get
just
confused.
for our own clarification.
They
okay.
might get confused. So,
All right,
so I've been confused ever since, so I don't mind. Yeah,
which is why I became a comedian.
So while watching black and white TV, this white couple from this white couple from that is living in Fort Collins, Colorado. Here's the president say, if you look back in this period of history, are you going to be able to say that you were part of the solution? And off of that, They found something to do. They came down to Mississippi, Greenville, Mississippi, which is one of the smallest, poorest towns in the country, and helped with voting. And my mom was my black mom was a part of that. They came back through that town just to visit and was looking for her, just by name.
Yeah.
And they said she actually left, but we believe she left her child at this house. So she went to the house, and it was an abandoned house with teenagers doing drugs and drinking. So she was obviously not here. When she was walking out, she said, "Something told me to look behind this tire."
What?
Yeah. And
Like
she said,
like a divine.
there was a tire just sitting there.
She had a
with this
divine
trash.
moment, and
she said
it
something
spoke
said,
to
"Just
her."
look behind it." And she said, "I saw your foot." And she said, "I moved the stuff, and there you were." Oof. So I went to the hospital for 2 weeks. I was malnourished, had contusions in my skull.
How long were you there?
They don't know. I was 18 months when I was found. So I was near starvation. They took me to the hospital for 2 weeks.
You must have been a bad kid.
They looked for. I know. I got that rap. Yeah, I've played that one out. I asked my therapist that one.
How bad
And so,
were you?
yeah.
How bad were you?
Yeah,
at,
right.
Like when you were like
Exactly.
14 months.
Yeah, this is kind
You
of
must have been a terror.
I
and
am
just-
kind of going Oprah. But he asked. So
No, I love this.
Okay, let me get to the quick
I love
quick
this.
flash.
I just made it
So,
funny, but Sarah's not into it. She wants me to go deeper with you.
She's getting ready to do her magic impression, but anyway.
Oh, Tommy.
Oh.
Now the tire company's
Right, now
not
the
going to
tire
sponsor
company not
the
even
show.
going to sponsor the show. Neither is the barbecue company. So I go from there.
Yeah.
They couldn't find her, so they legally let her have me. She took me from there to Fort Collins, Colorado, and I was raised with my sister, who is my same age. She's older than me by a month, and my brother, who's 3 years older
These are
than me, who died of AIDS.
non-biological.
Who died of AIDS? Yeah.
Your brother, your older
God bless
brother?
him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
In
you know,
Fort Collins.
in Fort Collins till I was 5.
Was it drug transfusion or gay?
You know, he was gay.
Okay.
He was gay, openly gay for years. But this was he died back when AIDS was kind of new. He was actually an activist who was trying to get the awareness of that stuff out.
Right.
So we moved from there to Washington D.C. in '68 when King got shot.
Oh my God.
So we drive into D.C. during the daggone riots. Me and my sister and my brother laying on the floor, tanks and tear gas, and we didn't know what the hell was going on. So my comedy starts from there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it starts from there. So
You had me at tire.
yeah. So
I thought that's when the comedy started.
yeah. So it just, you know, for a long time I was like, I'm a mutant. But now, having had gone through what I've gone through, and now I see it different. I think I'm the most eclectic, one of the most eclectic Americans walking. I have one grandfather who's a cowboy from Wyoming.
Yeah.
I have my grandfather on my mother's side, my black mother's side, who was a full Choctaw chief. So I think I'm the only
so
person in America that has a cowboy and Indian for grandparents, and whose best friend was a white male that died of AIDS. I am America.
Wow.
So
I am America.
So when you played Cowboys and Indians, that must have been very confusing.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
What am I today?
Not at all.
Which
Not
one
at
did
all.
you play?
None of the Indians, of course.
You're always the Indian.
My mom made sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my mom was one of those. My mom was a right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom was a
you can never
women's
be
liber.
Cleavon Little
She
and
was
be
a
put your
women's
cowboy.
liber.
Remember
No.
Cleavon Little?
No,
She has
my
no
mother.
idea
My
who
mother
that is.
always. My mother in my the years of even forming my consciousness.
Yeah.
She served it to me straight.
Wow.
She said it's the
What a
Cowboys.
great
that took
woman.
it's the Cowboys that took the Indians' land. So it's the Cowboys that are the
Oh.
bad guys. So even when I watch TV, I go, "Go Indians, go!"
Yeah.
The only thing that the only
It's a
thing that
shame you never got
confused
a
me the
win.
most, the only thing that confused me the most was, why do these Indians that are with the Cowboys keep hanging out with them if they know what they're doing?
Right.
Yeah.
That was the most confusing question for
What
me.
was your mom's
They were like the Uncle Tonto.
Yeah, I was like, why is Tonto around this dude?
They were like it's like the
You
Uncle
know?
Tom in the Indian world, the
Yeah,
Uncle Tonto.
Yeah, and I was
there isn't that term,
Yeah,
but
I was
there should be.
Yeah, I was 4, 5, 6 years old, wondering, Mom, then why do the other Indians hang out with them? They're like helping them find trails. You know, they're like doing translations for them.
Well, it's because the Lone Ranger didn't want to be seen or recognized, so he wore a mask.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
He
you're right.
wore a mask. He said, "I'm not going to be
Very
seen
anonymous.
with these frickin' Indians." Yeah. Seriously, I had the same thoughts growing up, but none of them were told to me. I had to figure those out on my own.
Yeah, I got
the
all
only
that
time
stuff
you had victory where
early.
you could go yes was Custer.
Yeah, Custer.
That was it. But
yeah.
they would never make movies about Custer because. Did you ever realize this? And it's the same with the Alamo. The Alamo movies don't work, and neither does Custer because Americans aren't winning. Americans
Right.
always have to win.
Right.
You know?
I think Custer actually started.
You never see Korean War. You never see Korean War either. Never see Korean War.
Never see that, and those
You
are
never
for specific reasons.
It wasn't until the Vietnam, platoon and such like that, where people were honest about what really happens.
The breakthrough 70s, we call it.
Yeah, but remember when? Do you remember when?
Which one?
Marlon Brando won. He won the Oscar, but he wouldn't accept it, and he had the woman come up, the Native American. She came up and made the speech.
I missed that.
You missed it?
Yeah, I missed that.
Well, it's not like it happened yesterday.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
1970.
No, but I mean that was I think I was like 9.
Yeah.
9.
But I mean, it was Wounded Knee.
Yeah.
It was a Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee.
Which was the first novel I read at 8.
I recall.
My mom made me read it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so interesting that you and I grew up in a generation where there was such a transformation going on. And so much uncomfortability about it.
We're lucky in that sense.
And we're lucky in that sense that we got to see and witness and bear witness and be a participant in a transition into a world that we know today as, look, it's not
fast.
It's not equal, but
it's
not
fast,
equal, but
unequal.
it's so much different than you grew up in a time literally with colored. And the fountains and things that we saw in The Butler, this was real.
That's right, yeah.
And you were there for the discovery of and that's, by the way, what The Butler's about. You see the movie The Butler?
I saw that. I saw it.
I liked
thought it was very good.
Yeah.
I thought it was very good.
They didn't cover, they went all the presidents except for, we're here with Barack Obama. We're here with him today, sitting next to me.
That's, I was wondering if eventually you asked for at least one impression. And since I was running out of time and don't want to be presidential in that sense. Or as you would call prima donna, because I've been called that.
I said diva.
Well, diva, prima donna. I mean, that's a minute. But it was called to me by the host, and I'll admit there's some of that there, but you got to have some of that to be a leader. So, Craig, I think one of the good things about President Obama is that he can take something that's insignificant. I mean, it means nothing at all to anyone, and make it sound actually important. Like, for instance, let's say Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Okay? Kellogg's Frosted Flakes are a part of an essential breakfast. Okay? Now, if you look at the commercial, you'll see the box right there, and it'll be next to orange juice, oranges, bananas, and milk, a whole pitcher of milk, or they like to call that a carafe. And at least at IHOP, I was told that by a Mexican woman, and you got to believe them because they take care of all the white people. So you have that as a part of the complete breakfast. You see. But see, Tony the Tiger in himself as a character is involved with physical activities with children. Not like Michael Jackson. That's a whole nother. That's an offshoot. But, did that sound right? But he's involved, and it's primarily important because America's youth it suffers at the top of the ladder of youth obesity. So here you have this tiger with a cereal, part of an essential breakfast. He's doing all the things. He's doing all the things that children love. He can skateboard. He can fly a kite. He can do a dirt bike or whatever. Next thing you know, he'll probably be doing PlayStation. I'm sure. And on top of that, he rocks this blue bandana, so he's really swanky. Okay. But on top of being a part of an essential breakfast, Tony the Tiger being involved physically with children, and on top of the swanky bandana, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes are great.
I take it back.
It's so good.
I take it back. I said I didn't think it was a good impression. It's a phenomenal impression. On your answering machine, it doesn't sound as good as that.
Well, that's second generation.
Somebody else came
No,
in?
this is straight podcast.
It was awesome, man.
There's
Made me laugh.
There's no cut in that. Just straight, uncut.
Yeah, I loved it.
So
that was improvisational too. You incorporate. See, that's the true genius. That's when somebody's a really great comic, is when they can be in the moment and go into territory that's kind of scary.
It's a special thing.
It's kind of scary, but it's
and I don't know
wonderful.
much about it. I've been doing what I learned was impressions, probably about the 5th year into doing stand-up comedy. And somebody asked me in an interview, so you do great impressions. And it's the first time I heard the word. I said, yeah. I acted like, yeah. So that's what that is, when you imitate someone else. Because I've been imitating people all my life. I can't really take the credit because that thing was already there.
Did you have any idols growing up. I can think of 2 African American, urban, black, colored. I can think of.
Keep going. There's a
think
lot of terms.
I can think of a
We've
couple.
we've been a little mixed up since we got here.
I can think of a couple.
Right.
Impressionists. Do you remember who they were? I remember.
You tell me.
Godfrey Cambridge and Will Jordan, who did. They were both. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, because I.
So you didn't idolize or watch it because you didn't know you were going to be a stand-up.
No, yeah, I didn't look at stand-up. I wasn't a stand-up comic. I wasn't aspiring to be a stand-up comic.
Did you like Flip Wilson?
Loved him.
Yeah, me too.
Loved his show because it included sketch and music.
Yes.
And I was a
and that's something you really
I was a
dig.
music kid.
Yeah.
I was like a love kid. I was brought up with Sesame Street and Seals and Yarnell and Sonny and Cher.
Shields and Yarnell.
You know, the Electric Company and
Yeah.
all these shows that were just beautiful that taught kids how to love each other and do and learn at the same time.
I don't want to break up the
It's
love
really cool.
fest, but I got an announcement to make that's kind of upsetting from that. Captain and Tennille just broke up this week.
Really?
Yeah. Now, that was a way that we can now hashtag Captain and Tennille and sort of trend. See, I did that
Right.
cleverly, but
Right.
it's an actually true story.
But you know
they
what?
broke up this week. How many years have they been together?
But I thought
having muskrat
long
love.
time. But I thought that love will keep them together. Any weather, right?
I am so
So
upset
stop.
right
I
now.
thought
I
she
just
was like,
did a
stop, so I
longer
really love you.
laugh so I could try to think of and just top that with another reference.
Stop.
And
'Cause I really love you. Stop. I've been thinking of you. Look in my heart and you know love will keep us together forever.
Together.
So, yeah. He was the first guy to start using synthesizer sounds and stuff.
He was unbelievable, the captain.
Yeah.
Now she didn't appreciate him. She left him, and he's very upset about it.
Well, you know relationships.
Muskrat Love.
Yeah, it's got to be Muskrat Love.
Oh, that was
It's
one
got to
of
be
the
Muskrat Love.
one of the worst songs in history, but it somehow
It was a hit.
became number one. It was a
hit.
big giant hit.
So was Rubber Band Man.
Yeah, who knows when you're writing these songs?
Oh,
What's going to be?
Prepare yourself for the rubber band starts to jam. You go to a record company, they listen to your stuff and go, I don't think so.
Yeah, but somebody's going roller
There's no
coaster.
roller coaster. Done by the Chili Peppers in Ohio.
How about the OJs? I used to love the. Which
one?
The OJs.
I'll do it.
I used to do all the voices because remember they had all the different levels.
12:45.
Headed for a subway home.
I took my time.
Cause I felt so all alone.
Heard a funny sound, took a look around, and I
Couldn't
smiled
see her
on the
face.
face, and on the face, and I nowhere to go. Hate to tell you that was the Spinners.
That was the
Yeah, but this
Spinners.
isn't like
OJ's was roller.
Yeah, this isn't like you're doing a top 10 radio show. You know,
No.
we're improving.
We're lucky if 10 people listen.
And if
Let
these
alone-
guys,
we go with the top 10 listeners.
we're going to
they're
our,
all invited.
No,
to be
we're
here.
going to your intended audience, which is right off the cuff, real in the moment.
That's true.
And so that's what they
We
get.
just did a Spinners
Yeah.
that I thought was OJ's.
But it's
riff.
connected though because Rubber
Based
Band
on-
Man, Rubber Band Man
Yes.
was by the Spinners.
Yes.
So somehow subconsciously, your computer is actually accurate.
You love music. I watched you do. You had a great fun set the other day. I watched you.
Oh,
in
we had a
Denver.
ball.
I did. Well, you can't say we had a ball. You were napping during my set, or taking a tour of the Star Wars ship. But I did watch you.
And he blames Magic
I
for
did-
giving him a hard time.
Craig, you are bad. Now Tommy's not going to come back on the show.
It's a true story. So, Tommy, what are your major? By the way, do you want to stay for another 5 minutes, or do you have to go?
Can I?
Of course.
My clock is for 2, so I'll stay.
There it is. There's
on
the
my
clock
committed
right there.
time.
So how about you
Yeah, I
leave at
always
whatever
stay-
you want to
I
leave?
stay at my committed time always.
Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
I'm a stand-up.
I got you.
You got 15
But
minutes.
you can leave if you
gotta
want.
Do 15 minutes.
Okay. Well, now it's we have 9 minutes left. Okay. So that's
So-
all you got to do.
Yeah, let's go.
So tell me about musical influences.
Musical
Probably more
influences?
so than comedy. Obviously,
Yeah, way
no
more
impressionists
so.
were your
Way
influences.
more so. The Jackson 5.
Oh yeah, I dug them.
Yeah, they were my guys. I mean, I actually wanted to be Michael Jackson when I was a kid, boy.
That was the guy, man. And that
Did
was
you ever
the group.
imitate him in school? Did you ever go
Oh,
on a
I
school?
did talent shows, won every single one
Doing-
of them.
doing,
I sang just like him. My mom would make the clothes.
Can you still do Michael Jackson?
My voice got
is so
deeper,
high, yeah.
You know, and plus he sings differently in his adulthood because
Mm-hmm.
he had some operation. So he sings more like, looking out at you, across the morning, you know, and that's his voice now.
Yeah.
But when he was a kid, he could go, when I. So he really had a real control over his voice.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was style that he chose later down the line, but what I kept in my voice was that root that was there in his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was your root musically. And then
He started me on my music quest. So I went from there to, plus I was, you know, raised halfway in communes in Colorado. So I got Iron Butterfly, Led Zeppelin, and, you know.
You did?
Yeah, this kid saw a lot.
Yeah,
of the
well,
70s.
that's a diverse background.
Yeah, he
so
saw a
did you
lot.
ever combine Led Zeppelin with Michael Jackson, like Michael Jackson does Stairway to Heaven?
I haven't, and that's a great setup. I wish I could do that.
No, try it now. This is what we're talking about. Take it to the edge.
I can't do
I'm
it.
your Obi-Wan.
Okay, I
Just
can
to
do,
use another
I can't
Star
do,
Wars reference.
I can do
Take it to the
Michael
edge.
Jackson doing a Kool-Aid commercial.
All right, okay. But that you've done
a Led
before.
Zeppelin.
But that you've done before.
Kool-Aid. Yeah, but that's the only one I could fit in the range. Okay, I'll try it again. Give it to me again.
Okay. Stairway to Heaven as done by Michael Jackson at any era. You can pick Michael Jackson at any era.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's say the late '80s, like when he was hot.
Okay, great.
Right.
Now she's climbing the stairway to heaven. Stairway to heaven.
How about
Jamona.
This has got to be in your act
Right?
now.
Okay, okay.
Look, we just
Stairway
co-created.
to heaven.
When she gets
Okay.
there, when she gets there, she knows the stores are all closed. You could do that one.
The what now?
But that's the words. That when she gets there, she knows the stores are all closed.
Oh, that's.
I was trying to do it not on microphone, so that
Yeah,
you
but
would cover
I
it.
know that the Billie Jean song better than the words to Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But
I know
and
Stairway
Iron Butterfly.
I know Stairway to
was-
Heaven is probably the only song that you can play full blast and probably stop a riot.
What other singer? What other
Because
singer?
it's just that sweet of an intro.
Yeah.
You know? It's that sweet of an intro.
Do you do other singers in your act?
Yeah.
Who else
Yeah.
do you imitate?
Let's see, Michael McDonald.
Okay, Michael McDonald. Okay, that's.
Can I just do him, or do I have to fit him into the Rubik's Cube
Well,
of Craig Shoemaker's mind?
This is great. This is great because
Yeah.
I'm actually
you're like-
I'm writing
Yeah.
your new act.
You're like the guy who put
Because
jumper
now-
cables on the bolts on the Frankenstein monster. You know what I mean? Here's for a little more energy. I gave you a defective brain, so you're gonna choke me right after this. But here,
Dude, James Brown does Anagata Davida.
I don't know Anagata Davida. That's
Yeah,
the
you
play,
told me
right?
Iron Butterfly. You
Okay,
told
but-
me Iron Butterfly.
Well, I
I
don't
was
know
putting
each
it in your
song.
wheelhouse. How's it go? Anagata Davida. Right?
You came up with some really complex stuff for me to do at the moment.
Well,
I
it's
feel
complex.
so not like Wayne Brady.
No, but wow, that's a bummer.
Oh, but my pants aren't that tight.
Put him down, by the way. Well, Wayne Brady.
And I don't have
come
a
on
black
our
turtleneck.
show. Okay, can you write him down as a potential guest? Used to be my neighbor, Wayne Brady. Can we put him down? Because I know he'll go with all of this.
Oh,
He encourages it.
He'd love to do the show. Are you kidding me?
I know, I'm kidding.
Wayne loves comedy.
So he does.
Yeah, he does.
So
he loves black turtlenecks too, and really tight jeans.
where
It's
we
just
have,
an observation.
We have Tommy V-neck, black V-neck,
right.
Davidson on our show today. Tommy, so what do you have coming up? You
Let's
are in
see.
development on how many different projects?
Ooh, I am developing on probably 10 of my own. The one that's more prominent right now is working on executive producing and starring in the Sammy Davis Jr. movie, which I started from scratch. So, you know, I'm doing what Sylvester Stallone did with Rocky. He wrote it. He did
Yeah.
it. He said, I'm going to stick
How
to
has
this
this
thing.
not happened anyway? How has there not been? This is the same with Hendrix.
Yeah.
There's stories that should be told.
I've learned how to not ask why something's not
Yeah,
done
just do it.
in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because you might go crazy.
Yeah, you would because
Yeah.
they always have.
Yeah.
You know what it usually is? You submit these scripts to agencies and stuff, and they all have to say no because they don't want to be caught with a smoking gun.
Yeah,
but who would not say yes to a Sammy Davis movie, a biopic?
Well, we're talking about this town, so
they live in fear.
Yeah, let's put it this way. It hasn't gotten made about one of the greatest entertainers of all time. Okay.
Yeah.
Yet.
Well, we had a little Rat Pack. That's been done. Yeah.
Lincoln the Vampire Slayer has. Right. So that's the town we're in.
Oh, by the way, how many vampire and zombie movies? Are you really sick of this? I saw another promo for a vampire show. Vampires never existed. Sammy Davis Jr. did.
I know.
I can relate more to that.
But vampires are fun.
Okay.
And we love vampires. 30 Days a Night was great.
I've got it, though. I've got it. Sammy Davis Jr. as a vampire.
No.
Come on, man. Use Sarah as your victim. I want to suck your blood. Come on.
Okay, but I don't have a collar. Can you give me some vampire music?
Yeah, he's got.
I've got Jaws. Close enough?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh my God, he's actually.
This is when you need to see the video. You need to see the video.
He does look like Sammy Davis Jr. And a zombie, a little zombie.
I've got the music so I get my first line. I'd like to bite your neck.
Yes.
That's good. That's really good.
That's good.
I love it.
Yeah. Sammy Davis Jr. See, I want to go on the road with you. Actually, aren't we going to do some dates? Did you call the agent like you said you would? Did you call him yet?
I haven't had a chance.
All right.
I've been scheduling for a podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure this took up a lot of your scheduling time.
I wanted to, hit my priority first. Which is my commitment.
I'm glad. Okay, so now next
first.
for us, we will do another big show together.
Yeah, let's do it.
We did 2,000 people the other day.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it was awesome.
It was
great.
Yeah, and they were. What I loved about it was for something. It was for something, which
I turn it into my kids.
I really like that. When you get to be our age and our experience and stuff like that, then it becomes about.
Well, what's our age?
What am I? We're the same age, my friend. We've both been through.
Which was a little shocking. I thought, like when you were talking about the
Stop it.
age, when you're 68.
Stop it. I know where you're going right now.
No way.
way.
I'm not going to say that you look much older.
Black guys have a tendency to look younger than white guys at the same age, but we have a shorter shelf life.
Interesting.
So anyway,
you're talking about lifespan.
Yeah, statistically.
Yeah,
I guess that is true.
Yeah, so we look great. Oh man, you look so great.
Huh.
Well,
both.
Meanwhile, George Burns going,
Right.
So.
Well, those guys lived a very long time. I always
statistically,
but
the Japanese live Europeans. It's just statistics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the comedians, the black comedians. They all died young. Flip Wilson went out early.
Yeah, I mean now
Cleavon Little, is he still around?
Keep going.
Is he still around?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
How old was Sammy Davis Jr. when he
I think Sammy was in his early 70s, I think.
We'll end this with an only in Hollywood is my son plays against his grandson in baseball in the suburbs. He's very, very pale compared to what you would think Sammy Davis Jr. would create as a grandson. Yes.
I mean, he
So and
he married an octoroon. Mm-hmm. No, that was from a sketch in Living Color. I don't even know what octoroon is.
Tommy, I know you're not that big into Twitter, but you're like something like Tommy Fat Cat or something like that.
Tommy Cat.
Tommy
Cat.
Tommy Cat. At Twitter.
At Tommy Cat. Yeah, Fat Cat.
Yeah. Well, no, the Fat Cat, the diva.
Yeah, Fat Cat.
I'm glad you weren't a diva and you showed up today. And
man, you're gonna call me that anyway, and you know it.
Craig.
I'll take that title. I'll take that. I wish I was a diva, boy.
Believe me, when they came in with a comforter and a damn down pillow, you took the title from me.
But no bad.
No bad. I know.
See, so that takes the diva out.
Well, that's when you became a diva and said, "Where's my bed?"
Right.
No, he didn't do that. Tommy Davidson, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, man.
By the way, folks, rate us on iTunes, okay? And donate at our website so Sarah can have more than $15. And Larry Miller's coming up?
Larry's here.
Larry Miller's coming next week?
He's a good friend of mine. Me and him did a movie called Pros and Cons together.
I love Larry Miller.
He's great.
We were in acting class together.
Brilliant.
Yes, before he actually started acting.
I love what I do. I'm surrounded by the most genius guys.
Isn't it great? Isn't it wonderful? And we just have we have a wonderful time creating. Tommy Davidson, so great to create with you today. Sarah's sweet as always. We will see us this weekend, Sarah and I and Joel. performing at John
My
Lovett's
website
Comedy Club. And your website is?
What is my website? TommyCat.net. You can see all my up-and-coming engagements, clips, pictures, sketches, whatever you want to see. It's all there.
Go see the dude on the road. 90,000 people just heard that. So they're going to come see it. And
Okay.
go up to him and say, hey, you on the Craig Shoemaker show, that's got to happen again.
Okay.
You two got to be a team. I want everybody to come up to Tommy and tell him that and write him a note. They can write to you as well.
Okay.
Twitter, obviously follow us. Rate us on iTunes, please. Make sure you go and check us out there and spread the word. Rate us and review us. Give us a good review. If you want to give a bad review, save it for Adam Carolla. Just kidding. We're having him on in a couple weeks. We'll cut that part out.
No,
hey,
we'll show
we'll
him the
see you
clip.
this Saturday night with Sarah Sweet and Joel Geist at the John Lovett's Comedy Club in Universal City. Let me know if you want some free parking passes, and we got to go validate Tommy's.
Tommy, I'm in need of validation. Let's close this thing like Carol Burnett.
Tug on the ear. There you go. See you all next time.